And now, another major production.
I'm about to tell you what the real is. Deep down inside, you got to feel it. Emotions have the most number of killings. Pay close attention to your feelings. I'm about to tell you what the deal is. And when I'm talking, all I'm hearing is some crickets. Hurry honey, run and get your ticket. Just get the money, it's not always the business. Forget the $1 million mission. Sometimes I just want to go fishing instead of physically grinding in the trenches. Finding me using my knowledge, intuition. Chaka not talking while he so distant. Chaka be talking but they don't listen. He's sitting, his brain pumping like a piston. I've been chasing the twilight, now I've been bitten. The city's in my sights as if I was a pigeon. Your role is cast, your dialogue is written, it's past control. You're like a Sims minion, what to do now but roam around in and out of buildings. Seemingly living, touching ceilings, but there's no feeling. Willing and dealing, but really there's no winning. I'm sinning and sinning, so what I'm defending stuff's like prison, stuck in the life out of living. I'm about to tell you what the real is. Deep down inside, you got to feel it. Emotions have the most number of killings. Pay close attention to your feelings. I'm about to tell you what the deal is. And when I'm talking, all I'm hearing is some crickets. Hurry honey, run and get your ticket. Just get the money, it's not always the business. They say they do it for the money and the power. I'm just trying to get some peace in the shower. Protect what's mine without being a coward. Watch loved ones take time to breathe in the flowers. I've seen these G's get knee deep in powder because he needs to succeed in ours. Fuck your lifestyle, it's weak and it's sour. Fuck your lifestyle, it's weak and it's sour. Watch I come through and do like I do. Watch he come through and lose like he do. I'm a Hebrew, he just evil. We both hate people and church steeples. One thing certain, demons lurking. They be stressing, we be surfing. She be twerking and it look like it's hurting. I be perping, close the curtain.
They give you lithium to get rid of that shit?
I'm about to tell you what the real is. Deep down inside, you got to feel it. Emotions have the most number of killings. Pay close attention to your feelings. I'm about to tell you what the deal is. And when I'm talking, all I'm hearing is some crickets. Hurry honey, run and get your ticket. Just get the money, it's not always the business. I'm about to tell you what the real is. Deep down inside, you got to feel it. Emotions have the most number of killings. Pay close attention to your feelings. I'm about to tell you what the deal is. And when I'm talking, all I'm hearing is some crickets. Hurry honey, run and get your ticket. Just get the money, it's not always the business. You boys think you real. What is real? Whatever it is, it's not you. For real. You know what I'm saying? KCE, we coming. It's the takeover, bitch. Y'all ain't ready. This is some whole new shit. For real.
KC, you the shit this year.
Yeah, I'm the shit this year.
Well, I'm riding around town, bumping shit that can feel.
You the shit this year.
Yeah, I'm the shit this year.
And we gon' keep it moving, grooving, give you something
KC, you the shit this year.
Yeah, I'm the shit this year.
What? Riding around bumping shit they can
Bingo,
feel.
you the shit this year.
Yeah, I'm the shit this year.
And we gon' keep it moving, grooving, give you something
Look,
now.
I'm sipping Bacardi, visualizing on the farm Ferrari.
Catch a buzz from the life that we store in the
My
party.
swag immaculate, kicking this rap shit till I'm 40.
It's like electricity, just float through your
Being easy with
body.
breezes and winding down and out, baby, I'm sorry.
Switch the game, change it up, falling off now
Picture me
hard.
rolling Maserati with some hoes in the back.
Switching lanes, taking pictures with a bitch in my lap.
Clap your hands, everybody, if you feel this shit.
KC,
Bingo,
on the mic.
and that's it.
Take a trip down south that we call the abyss.
I'm most curious about my silver Air Forces.
Every receiving major paper from multiple sources.
Of course, it's the bosses that handle the business.
Spice the game a little bit, cause the flavor diminished.
Like Kane and Old Dog, we society's menace.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 into the 4.
KC,
Bingo, knocking at your door. Here it is again. Let's go, KC, you the shit this year.
yeah, I'm the shit this year.
What, I'm riding around town, bumping shit they can feel.
You the shit this year.
Yeah, I'm the shit this year.
And we gon' keep it moving, grooving, give you something
KC,
now.
you the shit this year.
Yeah, I'm the shit this year.
What, riding around town, bumping shit they can
Bingo,
feel.
you the shit this year.
Yeah, I'm the shit this year.
And we gon' keep it moving, grooving, give you something now. Attack the track like a lion, cause I'm so ferocious. When the wind blow, I fly, cause my image on posters. It be wise to decide to not try to approach us. Get burnt like bread when it's stuck in the toaster. And you hoes like clothes, I told ya I fold ya. In the mornings I have Folgers with my doja. I suppose it's time to smell the roses. Clear my mind, check the snakes is close.
I keep my status but stamina, swagging on niggas just amateurs. Style stay funky than cannabis. It's scandalous the way these bitches try to handle us. It's city ball to ball swords in my Polaroid camera. I want my niggas on the propaganda. Welcome to this extravaganza. Hennessy sipping weed, smoking enhancer. Even though we know that way to go is not the answer, I won't chance the opportunity to blow this shit. Take a shot at the target and I'm not gon' miss. Kick it, flip it, split and rip these rap niggas to bits. Let's go, KC, you the shit this year.
Yeah, I'm the shit this year.
What, I'm riding around town, bumping shit that can
Bingo,
feel.
you the shit this year.
Yeah, I'm the shit this year.
And we gon' keep it moving, grooving, give you something
KC,
now.
you the shit this year.
Yeah, I'm the shit this year.
What, riding around town, bumping shit that can
Bingo,
feel.
you the shit this year.
Yeah, I'm the shit this year.
And we gon' keep it moving, grooving, give you something now. Yeah,
like that, that. I like
your
that,
hands
y'all.
up.
Like that, that. Like that,
yeah.
like that, y'all. Like
Hit it with the whip of all
like
back,
that, y'all. Like that, y'all. Like that, y'all.
Here it is.
Like
KC
that,
King
y'all.
Chaka.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? Remember, we want you to be an activist. We create activists over here. That's what we do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You there, Pat? What's going on? How you feel, man?
I'm feeling good, man.
Sound good.
Yeah, man. I got a little rest. I think I had like a tension headache or just my I'm actually working as we speak. I'm pulling into a dock door, but I've had like most of the day to kind of just catch up to myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm good. What we doing today?
Shit, I'm doing a bunch of shit at the same time I'm talking to you too. Okay. Well, the title is Chess, Checkers, and Perspective. So the thing is, people like to say it's chess, it's not checkers. But I'm here to argue that it's checkers.
Okay.
And we're gonna explain this. And because like the question I put on the thing is like, can you play chess? The answer is most people cannot. So the thing is, with the world that we live in today, is checkers. It's not chess. What's up, Kurt?
What up, bro?
You good?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Except I got a bunch of noise in the background, but I can hear you.
All right, you
You
can
look-
get music.
You look good too today, bro. What'd you do? Fucking combed your hair and shit?
Nah, I got laid.
Well, I haven't in a while, so hey, you up on me.
Well, competition around here.
Yeah. We're not in no competition.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a game, bro. It's a game.
Well-
It's a game. It's a game. It's a game, bro.
Mr.
So anyways, that was Pat saying what's up.
What's
What's
up,
up?
Pat?
What's up? What's happening, man?
Man, I'm still on planet Earth, my friend.
You still what?
I'm still on planet Earth. Let me move away from the speaker.
Yeah, man. I hear a chick in the background talking a bunch of stuff. Anyways, chess, not checkers. That's what everybody always say. But
Yeah.
most people don't know how to play chess. So what the hell is you talking about when you say chess, not checkers? I'm like,
So what-
No, bro.
So, but what about those of us that do know how to play chess?
well, I can play chess, and no, it doesn't matter because the capitalistic system that we live under is checkers. It ain't chess.
Yeah.
That's my point of the show today. So I'm gonna try to explain that a bit, because what I put on there on the little comment section was that when you get punched in the face, when somebody punches you in the
All that
face,
shit changes.
you're not playing chess no more. You playing checkers.
Yeah.
Everything gets simplified. You know what I'm saying? Because, in checkers, it's all about like crown me, king me, crown me, jump the guy. And it's kind of like football, I love football. I'm still kind of into football a bit. But football ain't chess. Football is not chess. Football is checkers. Football is knock your ass out, knock your ass down, and run my ass into the touchdown. That's what it is.
But you're looking at it from a standpoint of the pieces on the board. What about the pieces that is controlling those pieces on the board?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, those people are moving the pieces on the board. Like those other guys, the coaches, that's what you're talking about. But the coaches are still coaching checkers because the guys on the field are just punching each other in the face. It's not more complicated than that.
So the game between the two coaches, because the coaches are playing positions against each other with other people. So for
I
me,
agree. I agree with your point. Well, I'm going to try to explain it. Hopefully, at some point, I'll be able to explain it. But I agree with your point because from the coach's perspective. But still, like I say, the guys on the field are playing checkers. So the guys are coaching checkers. You could think it's chess, but it's not. They're coaching checkers.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm listening.
I'm going to try to explain. I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
Yeah.
Oh, well, give me
Y'all go ahead. I'm still trying to get my shit together a bit. I'm doing a bunch of shit. I'm missing I uploaded a video earlier and I don't see it. I don't see it. What the fuck happened to it?
Somebody jamming.
Yeah, that's Curtis in the background, wherever he's at some bar somewhere. Audio,
Yeah,
time,
man.
audio.
Always
Nice.
some bar, bro.
Transition clip audio. Untitled. Transition clip 10. Where the oh, that's right. I put it on my I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tripping.
I think this is gonna be a good show. Chess, checkers, and perspective.
Yes.
Like I saw that and I was like, oh yeah. Now you're speaking my language, man. You're speaking my language.
I got something for y'all. I got a clip from Osei Frimpong. I've showed some of his stuff before, and he talks about chess. So we're gonna explain the chess part with him. And I might have it'll take me a minute to find the fucking clip that I really want for to explain the checkers part. But let me do this right here while I'm talking to y'all, because I'll be doing a bunch of shit. I have to okay, here we go. Damn it, I don't know which one it is. Oh, it's this one, I think. This is the one I tuned in. Okay, I think that'll work. So let me look up Osei Frimpa, because he explains the chess part really well about perspective, because the board changes. The chessboard changes depending on your perspective.
Yeah.
Curtis, are you inside?
I'm outside.
You outside? It's kind of loud.
You need me to cut the music? Okay.
It's kind of loud in the background. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's gonna be distracted for the people listening.
All right.
See if I can find this.
Okay.
Right quick. So y'all, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about what do y'all think about chess, checkers, and perspective? Just those three words.
Well, I mean, for myself, I kind of look at it where, of course, somewhat similar games, but one is, I look at it as more definitive. I mean, there's only one king. You can get multiple kings in the game of chess. So, I mean, in the game of checkers. So it's like, you can have more, the activity, like you can win, you can lose, like there's multiple. So, I mean, I kind of get the perspective as I thought about it more. Yeah, I think you're probably right when it comes to checkers perspective, because there's, depending on, you might have a up week and you done got kinged, or, you done jumped a couple of, different slots and, collected a few extra checkers, and then the next week you might be down, you know what I'm saying? Or, or if we want to look at it months or even years, however you want to look at those blocks, you know what I'm saying? But and like I said, there can be multiple winners at one time. On chess, as far as the kings, I mean, the knights, the pawns, like they're once they're off the board, they're done. You know what I'm saying? But no matter what, I mean, even though the queen reigns supreme, there's only one of those as well. So I guess for perspective, I would definitely say that similar games, but less opportunity for chess. Less, as far as making mistakes, like you can't, you can't really make, well, you can make a few, but in chess, but as far as checkers, shit, you can make quite a few mistakes and still come up and win in the end. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's where they're mainly different, I'd say. Uh-oh, I lost you. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
All right. Yeah. So damn it, I forgot what I was saying. Because the chess versus checkers thing, and the punch you in the face basic, so like what I'm saying is, the game that we're actually playing in life is checkers. It's not chess, because that's what I was saying. Capitalism is checkers, because what you just said was, you could make a few bad moves and you could still win in checkers. You know what I mean? And that's capitalism, because capitalism, if you can make some wrong moves, you can still win the game, all the way win the game. Yeah. It don't work like that in chess. It don't work like that in chess. If you make if you make like 3 or 4 wrong moves, you're done. It's a wrap. And you can't even come back from it. Like there's nothing you can do to come back from it. Like I think you only get about 2 or 3 bad moves in chess. I want to say if you do 4, it's a wrap.
Yeah. You have to be extremely good, or those moves those losses had to be originally calculated in your strategy in order to really come out on top, because nobody really sees the the angle in which which you're going. So I mean it can be that, but I mean that's also depending on how strong your opponent is.
Right. That's always a key. But yeah, let's talk about how powerful the queen is on the board. And that significance in you play chess, right?
Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm trying to like refresh myself on some because I have to remind myself on the certain moves, the angles that that I have to move, because it's been a long time. Like I played it when I was a kid, so it was always hard to find somebody to play.
Yeah, that was my problem. I always had problem. To this day, I still have problem find people to play. My daddy taught me chess.
I say an old man. I used to play with this guy. He was one of the top I say top, but he was one of the drug dealers I grew up around, and he was a big chess player, and that's not how I learned, but that was one of the players when I was going into my teenage years, somebody I could play with, and it was challenging. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he kicked my ass, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's how it is. When I was a teenager, I just got my ass kicked all the time. Yeah. I played against people who were very, very good. So yeah, I was just learning every game. It wasn't, I had zero chance.
Yeah, peace out.
Me and my
Clarence Nolan, he's no longer with us, but yeah, that was who I
rest in peace.
Yeah.
My first baby mama, we used to play chess together. And one day, we didn't play no more, and it was because she said that when you beat me, it feels like you beat me mentally, like you beat my mind or something. And she said she couldn't deal with that. She was like, so I don't want to play with you no more. You know what I'm saying? So we never played chess again.
And this was who?
This is my first baby mama, my Tariq's mom.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, so she was like, yeah, you beat, because when she lost, and another thing about chess, you don't know if somebody let you win or not. It's really difficult. That's a tough one. So she would say, you let me win if she won. I ain't gonna lie, 9 times out of 10 I did. But like I say, with chess, it's very difficult to tell if someone let you win. It's hard. It's hard to determine that.
I guess you know who you're dealing with, and how how they play in comparison to how you play. What moves you've made or whatever. Like,
you'd have to have played them for a long time to be able to tell if they let you win. But most people not gonna just let you win. But it happens.
Because I ain't gonna lie, that's like probably the most competitive person, somebody that plays chess. It's a mind game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
But
if they have deep sympathy for you, yeah, maybe.
The person that I am, like I say, I play games for fun most of the time, and winning is not that big of a deal to me. So if I feel like me winning is gonna take the fun out of the game, I'll let you win. That's just how my brain works.
Well, I do that with my son, because I don't want to, take all the spirit out of him, and but at the same time, I'm still gonna throw a few ass whoopings in there.
That's what I do. Yeah. And then you let them win a couple times, because like I play Mortal Kombat really good, and that's another game that I'll let you win, and you probably wouldn't know I let you win.
Yeah, that I ain't gonna lie, that's the one that me and him played. That I ain't gonna lie, because it had been so many years since I played Mortal Kombat. When you know, I got, because I think what she's on 11 right now, Mortal Kombat 11, and like I just hadn't played in so long. I was playing on like the regular freaking PlayStation when the last time I really played, maybe PlayStation 2 or whatever.
Well,
But,
I ain't gonna lie, like before I started this show, maybe a couple of months before I started this show, I was playing Mortal Kombat all night to the point where my fingers was hurting. And I played online. I played online against really good people because, you know, they have the tournaments and shit. And fucking, yeah, man, all night I'm playing. And people get mad, bro. You beat their ass. They start sending you a bunch of messages and shit. Play me again. Please play me again. Like they begging for a rematch. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. I'm on to the next one. I'm not unless I'm feeling generous, I might play you again just because sometimes I'll be like that. After somebody beat my ass, I'll be like, please give me a rematch. Please give me a rematch. You know?
yeah.
But that's what it is. That's what it is. I play really good players on Mortal Kombat. Like I say, man, shout out to everybody out there. I'll kick your ass on Mortal Kombat, and I'll kick your ass on Tekken, and I'll kick your ass on Madden. I play the shit out of those 3 games.
Tekken. Well, is that the one that had Eddie Gordo?
Yeah.
I used to whoop so much ass with Eddie Gordo back in the day. You know, just that skateboarder kick and spin and all that kind of stuff.
I'm really good at that game. To the point it's boring to me. I play Tekken online and I can't find nobody to play against. Like I beat everybody's ass. It's boring. I unplug the game. I mean, you know, I leave out of the game and I'll go. Mortal Kombat is much more competitive. There's players on Mortal Kombat that'll kick my ass because Mortal Kombat is so much more like niggas. Those dudes who like to memorize all these combo combinations and stuff, it's a bit different from Tekken. I would say it's more technical, and you know, I mean, it's more cerebral than Tekken. Yes, so those guys on Mortal Kombat is another level than the Tekken people because on Tekken, and I teach my kids, I let the kids play the game, and Tekken, a person that doesn't really know how to play Tekken well, they may be able to beat a really good player. On Mortal Kombat, a person that can't play Mortal Kombat well cannot beat a good player.
Yeah.
It's impossible. You know, it's not going to happen.
My son whooped my ass probably the first 8 fights because I had to get back in my little groove, my memory, like remembering the buttons and, you know, all
Mortal Kombat you talk about, right?
Mortal Kombat, yeah. But once I got the groove of it, like, it got to the point where he didn't want to play no more because it's like,
That's funny because the exact same thing happened with me and Tariq because, you know, Tariq came back into my life and I was with Ashley at the time and I was living with Ashley. Tariq came to be with us for a while, like a week or however long it was. And so he wanted to play Mortal Kombat. Okay, cool. We'll play Mortal Kombat. He was kicking my ass in Mortal Kombat. I hadn't played in years, like years. Like, I don't know how many years. A whole bunch of years I had not played the game. And Tariq was kicking my ass.
Years before he was born.
Right. It was a long time.
I had played. Yeah, so.
Yeah. So anyway, so he was kicking my ass. I did not take that very well. I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? After his ass went to sleep, guess what I did? I got on fucking practice mode. I got on practice mode and I got my skills up. After a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, I got my skills back up and I was kicking his ass and he didn't want to play. He quit. He was like, I don't want to play you no more. Literally, that's what he said. I'm not playing you in Mortal Kombat no more. And sometime months passed and we was talking about something. He was like, yeah, no, I don't want to play you in Mortal Kombat. I'm off that. I was beating his ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm that kind of person. I'm like, my son is beating my ass in Mortal Kombat. That's a no-go. I stayed up all night on practice mode. Yes, I did, to get my shit right.
Yeah.
Because like I said, that game is more technical. You got to remember the fucking, the order of the buttons. You know what I'm saying? What I mean is like the sequence. You got to remember the
Mm-hmm.
sequence, and all fighting games is about timing. But Mortal Kombat has this thing where like I say, you got to memorize this sequence. You know what I'm saying? And you can have a sequence of 10, 12 button clicks, 14, 16 button clicks. That's hard to remember for a lot of people because
Well,
the direction pad is involved in that too. Go ahead.
yeah, one of the things that because I think the way I used to have my remote control, like the button set up, like I might have the right, left, like the trigger button and different stuff, to do certain things on when I was, had my old system, and the way my son had it set up was different. So that was one of the things that kind of threw me off. So, what you reading?
My computer sent me a fucking message talking about some updates or something. I just hit cancel. I don't know. It might be something important, but I don't know. I ain't gonna look at it right now.
Yeah. But yeah, that was one of the things that kind of threw me off. So, but I didn't worry about really changing the settings on his. I just, went on and figured them out. I start, what the punches, the kicks, and all that spins and flips or whatever. Because I don't know, like I said, it had been a long time, and like Mortal Kombat wasn't really like my favorite game. Because honestly, I was more in the racing games, like
I love Gran Turismo. That's my favorite game
Gran,
above everything.
Gran Turismo was
I have that
brother,
game right now, and if I was to, that's why I don't play it, because I'll get on that game and time will be non-existent. If that makes any sense. Like
yeah,
I can literally be on that game for 24 hours.
too, bro. Me and my brother used to have races like, against each other with the same card. So it's just like all about, your moves, your lane changes, like
It's
you got
so
it's
good. I love it because I love Gran Turismo because it's the slightest little, slightest little thing will make you lose. Just one turn, you hit one turn wrong or not perfect, and boom, you lost. The car's
yeah,
just whoop on your ass. That's it. You
over.
just all you did was one turn wrong. Yeah, I love that game. I love it.
Yeah.
I
But I ain't
love
gonna
it.
lie, my brother, he played Need for Speed and he had all those different little games. I didn't like Need for Speed for whatever reason. But he
I
had
played
built
it.
up so much. He built up so much money, like multi millions, almost probably close to $1 billion in races and shit. Like I know it was multi-million, probably hundreds of $1 million that he built up in Need for Speed, buying all the fancy, cars and this, that, and the other. And but
Need for Speed isn't as technical as like Gran Turismo tries to make it like they call it a driving simulation game. And I ain't gonna lie, some of the stuff I learned playing Gran Turismo, I use when I drive for real. Because that
hmm
game is so real as far as how the car moves when how, that I mean, I can't really explain it unless you play the game, but it's so accurate on how your car reacts to what you're doing with the gas and the brake and the steering wheel. If that makes any sense. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, let me give you an example. Like, you brake before you go into a turn, right? And then you're on the gas in the turn once you've turned your wheel. And so the thing is, the gas makes the tires grip the asphalt.
more, yeah,
So that's the reason why you want that gas in that turn. It's gonna cause the tires to grip the asphalt, and that's a real thing that happens in real life in a real car.
yep. Because if you try to brake, that's like the quickest way to spin out.
You're gonna slide. Yeah,
Yeah. So,
you need that gas. You need the gas to make the tires start gripping.
yep, getting off the accelerator just a little bit and then hitting it right at the right moment for, like a curve or something. Man, yeah, it's I ain't gonna lie. I love that game. That was what I like to play the most. And look, we also had the Wu Tang. You, did you ever play the Wu Tang fighting
The fighting
game?
game? Yeah, yeah, I played that game. Hell yeah, I did.
Hell yeah.
I love all fighting games. So yes, I used to play. Me and my cousins used to play that whole around the time when it came out. What fucking console was that?
It was on PlayStation.
A PlayStation. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played the shit out of that game. I liked it a lot. But I was a fan of Wu Tang. That's the real reason why I played that game, though.
Same here.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, hey, did
Chess,
you hear about?
checkers. Oh no,
Well,
good.
I'm
What
gonna go
was?
off the subject for a bit, and I'm gonna come back. Did you hear about the Travis Scott concert?
You know, I saw some of it. Like didn't get all the details because I saw it in a flash. It was like one of those notifications that just flies by on my phone, and I was into something else at the time, so I didn't go back to it. But yeah, I saw that there was something. Was it like 500 people?
Well, at least 8 people died for sure. I haven't done any research, but off top, at least 8 people died. Some people saying it's in the hundreds, but right, the last I saw verified was 8, but it could be
8.
much
Okay.
more. Yeah, I don't know what the count is at this moment, but
Well, I think it was like something in the hundreds that was injured. I didn't hear
yeah,
anything about the death.
8 died. 8 people
8.
died, and that's for sure. I think it's more. I think it's more than 8. 8 was the
So,
verified number at the time when I saw this shit.
what was the cause?
Mainly, it was heart attacks. Mainly it was because the crowd pushing, people would squoze in together, and they like couldn't breathe, asphyxiation, pass out, and getting trampled.
I
So they
don't
were dying
understand.
from. Yeah, you could catch a heart attack from not being able to breathe when it's
Well,
like 100 people pushed against you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have enough room to expand your lungs. So like this is my preliminary. I haven't done much research in this. I've only saw a little bit. So they said they were saying some of them was heart attacks. There was also a story about somebody injecting people with some kind of drug, walking around and fucking poking people or something. And then Travis Scott is all about drugs. So you could have had people taking drugs in the audience and overdosing. So I mean, it was a lot going on. So the clips I saw was how the people were they were storming the little like the turnstile or the way to come in. You know what I mean? They were just like they just going through the gates or whatever, just jumping the gates, going through like a crowd, just mosh pitting through to get into the arena to into the area to do this is an outdoor event, huge, lots and lots of people. It's called Astroworld. So at first the first thing they were saying was people was getting trampled. So I think some people may have died from being trampled, and I think some people were died from being so squished in and they couldn't breathe. And then there may have been some drug overdoses in there. I saw a post come down my timeline and said, because a lot of this was in Houston. So they a number of people on my timeline was actually at the concert, and one guy said it was like being at a concert in hell. That shit hit me hard. He said I felt like I was at a concert in hell. This was a post from a guy who was there. The people was dying, and Travis Scott kept doing the concert. He saw people falling out. Maybe he didn't know they were dead, but he kept the concert going. So
Now, I ain't gonna lie. The question that I have is he more of a liability than than Boosie?
What do you
Or
mean by that?
is Boosie a bigger lob? Because I mean, they cut him off of a whole tour for
Oh,
a fight that he may or may not have really been a part of. Like something went down that he was nearby or whatever. And I mean, nobody got hurt. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as I know from that whole situation. So I'm wondering, like, what happens now? Like, does anybody even trust to have a concert with Travis Scott now?
right. I mean, I don't know what happens now. That's a good question. But there's a lot of differences between Boosie and Travis Scott. One, Boosie is much smaller. Travis Scott is huge. Travis Scott's audience is mostly white. Boosie's audience is mostly black. They don't really like, let's say, the powers that be don't really like Boosie because he kind of does his own thing. He makes his own money. He's not a part of the machine as much. Travis is all the way the machine. He's like a industry plant, if you will. You know what I'm saying? He's a part of the machine. Boosie kind of does his own thing on the side. He makes pretty much all his own money. He's pretty much independent. So, he does his own thing. Travis Scott is signed to major label. Like I say, big, huge concerts. His ticket prices, I don't know if anybody has higher ticket prices than his.
Come on now.
I'm telling you, that's how big Travis Scott is.
He ain't been in the game but maybe 5 years. How you think there's not other people who charge more for that?
What I'm telling you is he's top billing. There's no argument.
You talking about yeah, there's an argument, but I mean,
and period. I'm not saying he's the highest, but shit, top 10 probably. There's very few artists out there who got billing like Travis Scott. Very few. He's that big. He's big. He's like Michael Jackson, for real.
Michael Jackson.
I'm telling you, brother.
I heard. I got his album.
I don't compare him to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, I love Michael Jackson. I'm just saying this is what it is right now.
I know what you're saying in the sense, but at the same time, I mean, I gotta check that a little bit because it's like, I mean, I
don't even like Travis Scott that much. He only got about 3 or 4 songs I like. But that's me and your opinion. I'm talking about. Look at that crowd he had.
I'm looking at the perspective of these are kids that's seeing him because my son, like on Fortnite, he's like, "Oh, Travis Scott doing a concert in Fortnite." I'm like, okay, So I mean, I'm having to kind of check that whole, okay. He's making some serious noise, but just look, I don't know. I never bought his tickets. I don't know what they charge for his tickets, but I would just say that he ain't charging more than Beyonce. He ain't charging.
Well, he's up there in that range. He's up there in that range with Beyonce all the way, and that's crazy because Beyonce is R&B, and that's another thing because rap is a whole nother thing because historically R&B has a much larger, audience than rap does. It's a real thing because see, a lot of people
not anymore. I mean,
it's kind of changing, anymore. And Travis Scott is an example of it. He's an example of how it's changing because, like I say, he's in that same range. $250,000. Wait a minute. My numbers. I'm tired. I had a couple drinks, so let me take the numbers back. But I ain't gonna say no numbers tonight because I ain't gonna say no numbers. But the amount for his tickets are more expensive.
Doing arenas, if he's doing arenas, and I don't know how many people are actually showing up to his concerts, but because I mean, I would think that he would charge more on smaller venues or something like that, but more intimate venues.
He could pack a stadium. It's very few that could do that. He's one of them.
Because I mean, 250,000 would be no money for him in a situation like that. To me, I mean, like he would need to be making probably shit close to $1 million a show.
No, I'm talking about how many people.
Well, I understand
This
how many people. If he's, that's what I'm saying. Like if he's doing a arena, that's just say 10,000 people. Even if you know what I'm saying, 15,000 people, 20,000 people. I mean, if you're saying that he charging, like the upper echelon. I mean, we talking about,
a lot
shit,
of money,
a hundred
millions.
and $150 for fucking nosebleeds.
Yeah, no, it's more than that.
Eh,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's more than
That's
that. His tickets
yeah. I'm
are
saying,
high.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm saying that's for the ones where
for the
people,
way in the back. Yeah,
yeah. And when the closer up you get, shit, it might be shit. Some tickets might be $1,500 a ticket. You know
yeah,
what I'm
that's what I'm
saying?
saying. He's top billing. So that's the thing. What I was saying about the comparison between him and Boosie, and also the folks. Let's say the folks, the powers that be, they don't like Boosie. They like Travis Scott. There's a difference.
Well, and
So
I no,
it,
I get it. I mean, and it's not so much like they like him. It's just that they're much more invested.
right,
If
he's
they
part
were
of the
more
machine
yeah, if he was more invested in, if they were more invested in Boosie, like they would find a way around it because that would be messing with their money. That's
because
all. That
right,
yeah,
because at the beginning, that's what you was asking, like what's gonna happen with him. I think they're gonna give him a pass. Like he's not gonna get canceled for this, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? This
yeah.
ain't good enough to cancel him. If this would have happened at a Boosie concert, his ass would probably go to jail. That's the difference. Like literally, they've been trying to get Boosie for the longest. But Boosie be wild or not, I ain't gonna give Boosie no pass. Boosie is from the streets, of the streets, in the streets.
Man,
You
that's
know what
my
I'm saying?
hometown. That's my hometown.
I fuck with Boosie. Don't get me wrong. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is he be wilding out. He don't be following the law. Let's say that. He don't give a
None of
damn about the
them,
law.
man. Say, bro, none of them do. None of them
I,
do.
what
Like
I'm trying to explain is
Boosie
Travis
ain't
is a
doing nothing no different that the rest of them artists are doing. He ain't doing nothing different. And you just said exactly why they fuck with Boosie is because he over there making money on his
on his
own.
own. Yeah, that's the bottom line right there. But Boosie be in the streets is what I mean. Travis Scott be sitting at the round table with the white folks. This is, you know what I mean? That's what I'm
Man,
saying. And Travis Scott's fans are white. Like
well,
the
I mean,
majority of them.
Boosie got a nice white following too. Now,
But
like
I'm talking
he
about
say,
the
bro,
majority.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm talking about the
Well, I get
majority.
what you say.
You go to a
I know
Boosie
it's
concert,
different,
it's gonna be a bunch of niggas in the audience. You go to a Travis
man.
concert, it's gonna be a bunch of white folks in the audience. That's what it is.
I
What it
get it.
is.
I understand. I understand. But I'm gonna just say it like this: none of those artists, and it's I see it as unfair because I mean, most the reason why the rest of them are they're able to be kept in check. You know, they're not gonna go out on a limb and talk about the negatives that's actually happening. That whole Nas X stuff and this, that, and the other. Like, you mean to tell me I can't say nothing? Like, I can't have an opinion about somebody that
I fuck with
I feel
Boosie on
is
that shit. I fuck with Boosie on that
yeah.
shit because he stands on what he don't bite his fucking tongue. He like, it is what it is. This is what it is, and I ain't fucking biting my tongue. And I'm not gonna apologize.
It's
He'll be the last nigga that apologize for
I
some
don't think
shit.
yeah. And it's a lot of rappers is like, yes, going to say it. I look, what I'm saying, I'll be finished for real if I say anything. He kind of gets away with it to a certain extent, but they have to have these
They
because
took his
they trying to
Instagram
almost
away.
they're
I don't
trying to
even think they
almost
gave it back to
me
him
too
yet.
him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they did pretty.
No, I'm saying because I heard I think they did take it away again because they had given it back, but it's like that's where, because I mean, for one thing, like, he probably shouldn't promote so much. Like, he'll tell them like what kind of money he make in a day from Instagram. And I mean, shit, he making the motherfuckers say that's the only thing I would tell, Boost is like, bruh, you ain't got to, you know what I'm saying?
But again, he be wilding out. Shit, he liable to have a bitch sucking dick on live. Like that's how that nigga is. So you know what I'm saying?
But
that
was at a point where they had like censored stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was for adults only. It was adult only content when he was doing it. Then they told him he had to straighten this. He did whatever changes they said to do as the change, as the stuff came through. But at the same time, because I mean, I don't know if just having women even just with their boobs out was really an issue, but having them twerking and whatever, like he just got like little day parties or
he go too far. Don't get me wrong, I fucks with Boosie, but as far as online, sometimes he goes too far. I ain't gonna lie, I fucks with him. I follow him. If it, I follow his Instagram. Well, if he has,
I ain't gonna lie, I tried to, but it seemed like I kept finding dummy accounts.
No, I got the real. Well, when he had one,
nigga, I wanted to see what was popping on Instagram.
I was already following him before all of that shit happened. I've been following him for the longest. I'm an Instagram person. I ain't gonna say it. I don't follow dummy accounts. I delete dummy. I don't follow dummy accounts.
Well,
I only follow.
I didn't know which was which because I just looked up Boosie and like, oh, there it is, and because I think or either somebody end up taking over that old account or hacked them.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm an internet person, bro. I've been on. This is what I do.
And,
so
and
like,
I ain't gonna lie. I guess I'm what they would consider old head. I mostly be on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Facebook.
I go on IG every now and again just to kind
of. I live on
Instagram. And my the chief of our tribe is does shit on IG from time to time. So I'll be on there for that. But for the most part, I go to YouTube and
I have an internet presence on Instagram. I have like 1,400 followers on Instagram, bro. I'm like a somebody on Instagram, a bit of a somebody, more than I am on YouTube. It's real. Let me see. Oh shit. What the fuck did I do? I want to tell y'all what it is.
Shit, I'd say, bro, I ain't gonna lie. There's my tracking on my
1381. I got 1381 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, I know I'm nowhere close to that, but I know I be on YouTube for the most part. There's times where I looked at my screen time and it showed me being like, as an extreme, like I done been on YouTube like 23 on average 23 hours. And
damn.
Something minutes a day.
Screen time. Yeah.
But to say, because I'm watching it, or listening to it while I'm rolling down the highway, but I also, have things that I listen to while I'm sleeping.
Right. So yeah, I'm like, the only thing I fuck with, like, I don't watch TV. I literally do not. My TV sits there. My daughter don't watch TV. We don't, and it's been like this for years. I've been avoiding the ads. It's the real reason why I don't watch TV. It's the ads really fucking bother me. They really bother me. So, and on YouTube, I pay for the YouTube so that I don't get no ads. I don't watch ads on YouTube. So all I do is YouTube and Instagram. That's it. I watch videos on YouTube and I scroll Instagram.
Netflix.
I have Netflix, but I don't watch it. I mean, I don't think I have it. Actually, I think it's my sisters or somebody else or whoever the hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay for Netflix, basically.
Yeah. Well, I pay for Netflix, but I got other people on my account, so I keep it.
Yeah, same thing. I think I pay for Hulu, and I don't watch that, but I got people I share with that too, so I just let it go. And it's tied to my Spotify. So the Hulu and the Spotify is tied together with my thing. So I do fuck with Spotify. I listen to music all the time. And again, I don't want to fucking listen to ads. So I'm okay with paying for Spotify so that I don't have to hear no fucking ads. And the Hulu is tied to the Spotify.
Yeah,
So ain't no way in hell. Go ahead.
You talking about that's for podcasts, or you talking about for music?
No, for music. I've been on Spotify. I've been not on Spotify. I'm on Spotify now since we did the show, but I've been listening to Spotify for years. It's the cheapest streaming service for music, and I've been paying for Spotify for years already, so that I don't get to hear ads.
I do all mine on Apple.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I'm locked in. I set up the Spotify. I don't know how many years ago, and so Spotify and the Spotify is probably the one I shouldn't be on because all of the artists complain about Spotify because they don't get paid. Spotify is fucking all the artists. They don't pay them shit for the streams. But just like everybody else in the world, I pretty much on Spotify because it's the cheapest one. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the cheapest streaming service still.
What kind of charge is that?
Shit, I don't remember, bro. Like I ain't seen this shit. $10 or $12 a month or something like that, and that comes with Hulu.
Yeah, I think I pay about $15 a month for Apple Music. Something like that.
Yeah, and that comes with Hulu. So, anyways, let's try to get on track. Chess, checkers, philosophy,
perspective.
So let me play a bit of this guy. I'm a fan of this guy. I've played him already a couple times on my show. You're going to recognize him. Osei Frempa. And I think this is the video that he breaks it down on. I just looked this up while we were talking, so hopefully it is. Because he's got 2 videos like this that he talks about chess and perspective. And so we'll play a bit of this and then let me see.
What kind of last name is that? Is that like a German or?
He said it before because I watch him a lot, but don't give me the line. His dad, it's from his dad. His dad's from somewhere. I don't know. He told me, but I mean, he said it in the show, but I think it's about 10 or 11 minutes that covers the good stuff. But I'm not going to play all of that. And this might not even be the video I think it is, but we're finna find out.
What I do in philosophy and what it's important and why philosophy is important. So that's going to be today's show. If you know a little bit of chess, it'll go down easier. If you don't know a little bit of chess, it'll still be funny because I'm pretty funny. And why don't I just start going, right? So if I just say you, excuse me, you person, here is a knight. You know how knights move. You know what a knight is. You know how they move. And so you know where this knight could go. Right? A lot of people in the audience will say, like, yeah, I know enough about chess. I know what a knight is. I know where knights can go. I know the facts about knights.
So he can move there. Wait, he can move here,
move under the rules
here,
of the game.
Here,
and then I say, like, okay, well, then you know what this knight is. You know where it can go. And I say, well, does anything change when I blow up the board and this is the case? All right. Same night. Haven't moved anything. I just kind of blown up the board and giving you a little bit more perspective.
He's fucked.
So now take a look at the board for a second. You'll see that knight is in a different position, right? It can't move the way you were taught knights can move. One, it can't move on the bottom because those 2 black pawns are there. And, the business of moving anywhere else is a little bit dangerous because the queen could eat it just about in all the other places. And the places that the queen can't eat it, the white rook can eat it. So there's one kind of safe place insofar as you lose the knight, but you take the rook if you move it, closer to the above the
pawn,
diagonal of the black pawn.
Right here is what he's talking about.
So what you thought about where knights can move was a little bit abstract. It was a little bit formal, and it wasn't actually adequate to the properties of that night. In order to know like where that night can move as a night, you needed you needed a more robust picture of the game at play.
Perspective.
So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to explain why all of this is really important in how we assign properties, because it turns out that the properties we have aren't just about us in isolation. They're about our relationships and the content of the object of our relationships. And getting your mind around that in a serious way is very important for your life.
Basically, he's talking about perspective.
For it. And for your life. So I'll explain all of that after the opening.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to edit this out now. Damn it. Nigga, copy this.
Sound good to me. Never change the ways.
Oh, how nights move in the abstract. Let me get you that picture of the night. There you go. You could say that, if I show you this, if I show my 6-year-old how this moves.
So when you look at it like this, it looks like the night has plenty of moves.
Right? But that's not exactly how this night can move.
But that's only because
this night can move is going to be constrained by its context.
Perspective.
Right? How this night can move is going to be constrained by its context.
It's the same night.
So,
but you couldn't
the way
see
this night moves is like, colorblind policy. I can go anywhere. I can go anywhere I want, as long as I do it in like a Y formation or an L, depending on how you learn. I can go to the top left, top right square if I want. I can go to the other square if I want. And the world is my oyster. I can go anywhere I want. And then you realize that it turns out being a black light isn't the fairy tale that you were told. It turns out that this is the board you're looking at, and you're like, well, it seems your options are
you could use the Black Knight as an analogy for black people in America.
Black Knight, right? So what has changed? Well, it turns out that your properties are not merely a matter of you. They are a matter of the relationships you are in with other people, including that white queen and the white rook, and even the black pawns who are taking up your spots because you can't really even retreat because, those black pawns are there. So, your relationship to even this white pawn is compromised, because if you move there, then, the white pawn will kill you.
You're fucked.
So it turns out that the properties you have as a knight, are actually not just a matter of something internal to you. They're also tied to your external relationship. This is why it's also important that to understand money, you need money only makes sense in terms of other money. Like, you can't talk about what $10 or $100 or $1 million is in a vacuum, because it only makes sense in terms of other money.
Do you get what he's saying there?
And what it can buy is going to be in terms of money. $1 million in Los Angeles, in terms of real estate, is markedly different than $1 million in Georgia.
Yep.
Like, it's just $500,000, even $400,000 to buy a house in Los Angeles. You're not going to get a lot of house in that. But that's because it's in relationship to other money. And in relationship, it's not, right? So you can say, well, I'm the master of my destiny. I control who I am. I control all of my properties. Well, if that were true, hold on, let me get the diagrams right. If you were the master of your destiny, you control all of your properties, there would be no real difference between this position you're in. All right, so you're a knight in this position. Doesn't look good. You can say, well, I have my properties as the knight. Whatever white is in, that's what they do. Right? That's not about me. It's just what they do. Then you're saying that there's no real difference between that knight and this knight. All right. So what does it mean to say that there's no real difference between this knight and this knight? the truth is there is a difference. There is a difference.
Mad difference.
This night has a lot more viable options than this night. The thing is, what you need to understand is there wasn't any change in the properties of the night.
It says connect your mic.
There wasn't even any change in the properties of the black team. So what the night
it says connect your mics
was
before I can add you.
Determined by the content of the object of its relationship. Insofar as a queen was a queen, the knight was hugely circumscribed. But insofar as the queen is a pawn, the knight isn't circumscribed.
It's all about your relationships to others. I can't add you. It says they will need to connect their mic cam before you can add them to stream. You're here, but I can't add you to the stream for what something's not right. It's probably your battery power on your phone. It might be that. I'm gonna keep playing this.
Right? So the content of the player in that square, whether it's talking about a queen or you're talking about a pawn, markedly changes the properties of the knight. So I've changed the properties of the knight without actually changing the internal.
I still can't add you.
Of the knight. I've changed it by changing its relationships. Right? And that's what you need to take.
It says connect your mic.
Your properties are determined to a certain extent by your relationships.
Okay.
For example, like I said before, Mackenzie Scott as a person in a vacuum doesn't really mean much to me if I'm sitting in a room with her. Mackenzie Scott, Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, the billionaire because of the divorce, completely different scenario. She can cough and give me $1 million and allow me to do this whole thing like with a marketing budget, right? So the content of her ex-husband's bank account can change me, changes what this means to be at a dinner with Mackenzie Scott. Right? So if you don't understand how the content of the objects of your relations change like your own properties, you don't understand why this night is changed by the difference between the queen in that spot and the pawn in that spot. Because you're just looking at the knight. Because you're just like, well, I just got to look at me.
Right. That's the individualism shit I be talking about.
And if you're just looking at the knight, you don't actually understand how the game is worked. And you just have an abstract understanding of the knight. If like you're focused here, you don't actually know all of the properties of the knight. So where do we get this confused? Excuse me, I got a cough. It's going on. It's going down. And you got to give me a few more days. All right. So I get the allergies and all that stuff this time of year.
He's about to make it make sense, and then I'm gonna wrap it
that these
for the video.
Self-subsisting, and they don't. You don't need to talk about their relationships in order to understand what they are. I mean, it's bad metaphysics, but it's also a lot of it's the work of philosophy to actually peel back these kinds of biases that we've inherited. And they're liberal biases. Liberal biases will tell you that, like, well, you get what you work for and you get what you earn. And liberal biases will tell you that, like, well, everyone gets you get the job you need and you get the income you need. Or you get what you deserve without actually talking about, like, inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
Without actually talking about marrying into money, without actually talking about marrying into someone else's inheritance.
Listen to this.
Actually talking about like getting the hookup job.
Yes.
Right. So if you have, and this is hard to get to convey to my students. how much money is transferred through inheritance and how much money, like you could screw up all of your life for like 30 years and then marry well. And like you could screw up you can screw up your life for 30 years and then marry not well, and then it turns out that person you married not well has like the stoner slack or whatever has like a grandparent who died, and now like you're wealthy or whatever, or I don't know. So like we're not honest about the way money moves through relationships and how the money that moves through relationships becomes a property of the people in relationships, not just a property of the individual. Because relationships confer properties. And if you don't think that relationships confer properties, then you don't really know the difference between this situation
and this one.
And this situation. Right? You don't know the difference between.
You know, I can't see the video.
Oh, you can't? That's okay. As long as you can hear him.
As I was
it's all
for a very
good.
long time.
He's finna. I'm about to wrap it, but
$10 an hour for a job, you know, has a parent who's going to give them a down payment for the house, and you will never, as black man, you will never get a down payment saving up $10 an hour. But while you're renting, the other guy's going to be building equity in a house because, you know, their parents bought the down payment for the house and kick in for expenses. Right. So you have to understand relationships if you're going to understand the properties of anything. You think liberalism will tell you that you can understand properties of individual objects without understanding their relationships to other objects. But you can't understand the properties of individual objects without understanding their relationships to other objects. Right?
that's basically his point right there. So it's like when we're fighting the war of cat, on the hamster wheel, we're trying to climb the ladder. We're trying to climb the ladder, and the guy, you know, everybody's telling you that it's all even, it's all fair, you work hard. You know, the person who works the hardest is the one that's going to make it up the ladder. And that's pretty much the story that a lot of us are sold and believe in.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
Because it's leaving out perspective. It's leaving out a lot of parts of it. There's parts of it like that's true to a certain extent, except the truth is more complicated than that. That's like a oversimplified thing. You know what I'm saying? It's leaving out a lot. So, and then if you go at the world with just that minimal perspective, you know, the chances of your success is low. And also when you fail, you won't understand why, you know, and when your neighbor or whatever is succeeding, you won't understand why. You're like, I work harder than this guy. I go harder than this guy. I know more than this guy. I do my job better than this guy. This guy is climbing the ladder much faster than me, you know, because there's parts, you know, of your perspective that's missing, you know. And one of the things he was trying to get people to understand is about like one aspect of the you know, the fight or the battle is with money is related to like inheritance. You know what I'm saying? Marrying into money, and you know, also your dad giving you a job. You know what I'm saying? You know, all of that stuff is not in that climb the ladder shit. It's missing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's basically what he was saying, you know. And this is why I played that video, is because I think a lot of people don't understand perspective. You know, when you going at this and you're looking at it like an individual, and each individual is on even footing, and we all starting at the same starting gate. If that was true, then the guy that runs the fastest will win the race. It's just in reality, we're not starting at the same
well,
starting point.
Yeah, but I mean, even you know, perspective, you know, it may not be, it may not always be the idea of just, you know, something that was a hand me down, or I mean, sometimes people just like other people more than another.
That could be it. That's like exactly. That's another factor.
Yeah.
I agree.
Favoritism, you know. So.
Yeah, I agree. So, but what I'm saying is that, but when you're talking about climbing the ladder, they're not you know, that part, what you just said is not a part of that. Does that make sense what I'm saying? When you're thinking, when you're going at it like an individual.
Well, no, because I mean, you're networking. I mean, like, you know, like for whatever reason, like a person that, like, let's just say, like, a favoritism situation is more so because of the way they network. So it's an individual that's working with other people. So not really an individualism, but they're the person doing things that the other one is not, like engaging with others that will potentially open a door for you down the road.
And networking is totally important. But again, somebody liking you or not liking you may not have nothing to do with your communication skills or how well you can. I get your point. What I'm saying is that they could just look at you and like you, or they could just look at you and hate you. It had nothing to do with how well you could talk to them or how well your networking skills are.
It might just be your energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
or the color of your skin. The color of your skin.
That definitely.
Your gender.
Change in the moment.
Your height.
Can I get in?
Go ahead.
No, how you are. Like if you look, you might be down the bottom of the rocks because you might look a certain part and get further than somebody that knows more. And that happens in a lot of places. But what I was gonna say is like the industry my brother's in. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's been time where like he should have
breaking up pretty bad.
Management position. How about now?
It's still breaking up. Like you're frozen on my screen. I can hear you, but you're breaking up. But in your image is frozen. Oh, lost you. Perspective. You know, opportunity. Climbing the ladder. Gender. Race. Height. Language. Nation of origin. I mean, I'm sure there's more that I can't think of right now, but what I'm saying is all those factors can have a lot to do with it. You there? I think it's better. Yeah. What you were saying?
Well, I was giving an example about, you know, my brother and some of the things that he dealt with, because, you know, he's been in the restaurant business for 30 years, and, you know, he's got all the experience. He's probably got more experience than I own. Like he's helped set up new restaurants, you know, giving ideas on how to set up new restaurants, and it's time for a management position is open or whatever. They end up hiring somebody else, and he had to train them.
I've seen that before. I've
So
witnessed that personally.
yeah. So I mean, it's all kind of, you know, for whatever reason that they chose, you know, like, you know, I don't know, but I mean, he's, you know, of course, like now, like he's a manager over what's the name, Twin Peak in our hometown. But however, like it was a long time coming. Like they eventually, after, because it happened a couple times even with them, but then they sent him to the manager's training and kind of stuff. So, but still, you know, that's just kind of one of those things that happens more so than you think. Yeah, you know, like it happens a lot. Somebody who's green as hell coming in trying to manage other people in a situation that they have no experience. It just happens. So,
And that's the point. It's the point of it is perspective. Like I say, that you know, that guy your friend going at it as an individual, but he's going up against others who, you know, they got some advantage over him. That may not be.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, the video file has no video track. What the fuck? Anyways, I've been trying to do too much. Let me close this shit. Yeah, so something that we can't, that's the point. The reason why he was training the guy as a manager and it wasn't given to him is something that's missing in the perspective. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean, for whatever reason, the owner or whoever, one co-manager, one of the head managers, still felt for whatever reason that some guy would make a better position in management than the person who actually had the experience.
And
you know, that's from that side. You know,
and
you know, looking at it from another perspective, you like, man, that's what's up. You know, they don't, you know, put somebody on nothing. You know, they got a trained person that they don't be managing.
yeah, you still breaking up. Is your phone battery low?
No. Here,
Damn, I don't know.
Let's see.
You sound clear now.
Signal is low. My signal.
It's the signal.
I was in a good place earlier. I had to move into the area, and
yeah.
Sometimes because the trailer in front of me, behind me is blocking. So I apologize.
Yeah, it's hard to understand you because you're like choppy. So did you? There was a UFC fight tonight. How do you feel about UFC, Pat? They're like,
I'm really into it. I like boxing. Cool.
Damn.
Just from time to time, if it's a big fight, I have some friends that can't hear me, huh?
Yeah, you was chopping, but you clear now. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I said I've watched, you know, I had some friends that did some UFC fighting, mixed martial arts and shit like that. But personally, I prefer boxing.
Boxing, just like regular boxing. Well, I'm a fan of the art related to fighting, the dance, if you will. You know what I'm saying? The skill level. You know what I mean? I am a fan of that. But I do not like to see somebody, getting their fucking face smashed in. That I don't enjoy that. So, but this is the thing. This is the thing. Like, UFC is big. Football is big. I watch football. It goes back to my topic of checkers because, the UFC fighter, they do have, like, you could say it's chess in a certain way. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, it's checkers. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why people enjoy it is because they want to see somebody's fucking face get smashed in. Like, that's what they're cheering for. Usually it's like, okay, I want to see the black guy win, or I want to see the white guy win. I want to see or it's the opposite. I want to see the black guy get his ass beat, or I want to see the white guy get his ass beat, or I want to see the Hispanic guy, get his ass beat. Like, they're watching that to get the pleasure of this guy getting his fucking shit fucking smashed in.
I'm an underdog type of guy.
Me too. Always. I always like to go for the underdog. You know what I heard? I don't know if it's true. Do you watch baseball? I don't really watch baseball.
Sometimes.
Somebody said that the Stros let the Braves win this year. Because the Braves hasn't had a championship in like forever.
Who win?
This is what someone was telling me. They said that they have they think that the Stros let the Braves win. The Braves won the World Series this year.
Yeah, I know that, but I didn't really watch any of the games. So, and I hadn't really heard much from it. A friend of mine that lives in Atlanta was posting stuff on I think it was Facebook about it, about the game, about winning, but I didn't hear anything like that.
It was a big deal for Atlanta to win because they hadn't won in forever. So
they should have won in football. Was that 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when they was real close to winning the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff I don't know if I can even really trust, because I think, it wouldn't surprise me if they did throw that game, because it's a lot of symbolism that goes along with that, who actually wins and what.
And then you also got to think about the Las Vegas. Las Vegas has a lot to do with all major sports.
It does, but I think there's layers that goes even deeper than that.
Yep, the symbolism. Yeah. And when they say America's pastime, that's code for white people. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of layers to this. So, but I just thought it was interesting if being how how they are as far as, like, let's say a competitive team, a competitive people. And if they did let the Braves win, then that I can't help but to have like a whole shit ton of respect for them. And given that they had got in trouble for cheating, got caught cheating, letting the Braves win, the Stros. You don't know about that? The Stros got caught cheating.
I don't really keep it.
I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I follow, the news and shit. So the perspectives of it, the point of it, and what actually happened is what I'd be concerned with. I don't give a damn. Like, I could care less about the Stros winning or losing. I don't watch baseball. I don't even give a fuck. But
I went to Astros game just to, give my son an experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been to quite a few baseball games.
Yeah.
Anyways, if so like I said, the Stros got caught cheating, so people kind of mad at them, and it's been like that for a while. So if they actually did throw this World Series and give it to the Braves, that's gonna make everybody be like, all right, y'all all right in my book. You know what I'm saying? Getting caught cheating is out. We fuck it. It's over. We cool. Y'all let these niggas win, because that would kind of balance it out. Because like I say, they're saying they cheated and they won the World Series off of cheating. So, and if this time they gave the game away, that's kind of like balancing it out, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Well, I guess. I mean, I guess depends on perspective.
It's always about perspective.
You're still a cheater.
I don't like that shit. I do not like that. You know, leave it all on the field, man. I don't like the cheating shit. But this is America. And it's like they tell you not to cheat, but for you to succeed, you have to cheat, basically. Like, it's set up that way. The guy who follows the rules is going to lose.
Well, that's if it. 'Cause I mean, to us, it's like it's a game, and you want your team to win, but for a lot of them, I mean, for most of them, if not all, it's more about the business. What making money. What's gonna pay off more. Like I don't know. It's a lot of.
Cause like New England, right? And I'm not a fan, bro. I'm not a fan of fucking what the fuck is his name? The quarterback. He was a quarterback for New England for a long time. He plays for
Newton. Well, I mean, no. Who was
star quarterback? Damn it!
You talking about for
Brady?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Tom Brady. I'm not a fan of this guy. But at the end of the day, I have to give it to him in a lot of ways. Especially when he switched teams and then took that team all the way to the bowl and win. That's what they did last year, whatever year it was. I think it was last year. And so when that happened, I kind of got to give him a certain amount of respect. But Bill Belichick and Tom Brady has gotten caught cheating multiple occasions.
Mm-hmm. The flat football, or
yep, that was only one. There was another one where they got caught taking pictures of the other sidelines, fucking play sheets and shit. So, and I was talking to somebody about that, somebody who plays football, and they said that like it's all kinds of shit be going on the field, like niggas putting fish hooks in their jerseys and shit. So when niggas try to tackle them, they getting all cut and shit.
Wow. Never heard that.
So my point is, in football, nobody gives a damn, really, if they were cheating or if they were, playing fair. It's just, who wins, winner take all. And that's capitalism, and that's America, and that's checkers. That makes sense what I'm saying?
Hold
on. Because I said that's basically America, that's capitalism, and that's checkers. Because playing chess don't involve you putting fish hooks in your jersey. And how would you cheat in chess?
In chess,
move the pieces when somebody's not looking,
Yeah, I mean I guess that would be.
What I'm saying is, it's difficult to cheat in chess. That's my point.
Oh, you
You
saying
know,
it is difficult to cheat in chess.
it's difficult to cheat in chess. Both players are concentrating on the board. We both looking at that board. We got it memorized too. If you're a good player, where all the pieces are, you know where they are. It's in here. You can look away, because I've been there. Look away and look back at the board and be like, wait, this piece was right here. So one of the things about when I play chess, I have a big thing about the piece being in the middle of the square. I do not like people to put the piece all close to the edge of the square and shit like that, up in the corner of the square. Put that bitch in the middle of the square, because that's how my mind works. That's how I can remember where that piece is. If it's kind of on the edge of the square, like to the left or to the right, my brain might think of it in that other square. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, it's difficult to cheat in chess because both players are looking at the board, and both players have the yes. So how do you cheat?
I never thought about that.
But again, and like I say, the example of football and putting fish hooks in your jersey, nobody knows those hooks are there. Even the guy who tackled you is like his hand's bleeding, but he don't really know what happened. You know what I'm saying? It could have been from the ground or something else. He's like, God damn, my hand is fucking. Every time I grab that nigga, I get cut. But he don't really know what's going on.
Unless he really gets hooked.
Right. Unless the damn hook is in his finger, then he can pull the hook out and be like, damn, this nigga got fish hooks in his fucking jersey. And you know, like, you could think about that and be like, oh, well, that don't make that much of an advantage. But in a competitive sport or in any kind of competition, you're looking for the every little slightest advantage, because that little bitty advantage could be what determines winning or losing.
Definitely.
So that's my whole point. My whole point is, people always say this, very common saying, it's chess, it ain't checkers. It's chess, it ain't checkers. And I used to think like that too, until I heard somebody, and it was, I can't think of who it was, but they were talking about it, and they said, it's not chess, it's fucking checkers. And my brain was like, it blew my mind. It blew my mind, because capitalism, you know, be like, oh, it's chess, it's not checkers. Capitalism is checkers. Capitalism is, I'm going to cheat as much as I can. I'm going to punch you in the face, and I'm going to try to run past you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to use my capital as leverage over you. And if you don't have more, because like, how does it, like poker? Poker, do you play poker? Damn, you froze on my screen.
Every now and then.
Okay, poker.
Every now and then I play video poker.
So if you know how poker works, you know that a person with more chips can beat a better hand. A person who doesn't have as good of a hand as the other person, but he has more chips than that person, he can beat that person with that weak ass hand. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, because it can bluff him, or without even having to play a full hand.
You can raise him out.
Bluff mode.
You raise him all the way out. You raise him out. That's not even a bluff. That's not even a bluff. You just keep raising. Raise you. I raise you. I raise you until that nigga's out of chips. He can't put a chip in. Guess what? You win. That's not even a bluff. You get what I'm saying? He uses the chips as leverage. He wins simply by having more chips.
I get it. Like I've seen that as well. Like had a hand. I mean, I see you in the picture. Look at a couple somebody's gonna give, or they go ahead and see who won. But okay.
Yeah, I'm there, but I can barely hear you because you keep breaking up, and you froze on my screen right now.
Yeah, like so I don't know.
That sucks. It's gonna make it so that I can't use no clip. I won't be able to use no clips out of this. That sucks. You watched the show yesterday? I saw you leave a lot of comments on the show yesterday.
I watched
You watched the whole show, and it was almost 4 hours. Like, I think it was 3:38. I think was the count.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I peeped it out. You know, I mean, if I'm not on the show, I gotta watch it when I miss it. You know what I'm saying? But on it, I mean,
because you was there, so you pretty much know. Yeah. So what'd you think of the show yesterday?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I mean, it was interesting. Like, I learned a lot of things that I mean, like, of course, like really knowing certain things, but then hearing more details of certain things, kind of like, oh damn, wow, okay, and because there's a lot of stuff I did not know. Like, we've been knowing each other for a few years, and I had no clue about.
I don't talk to people. That's why I say that's what I was saying in the show yesterday, and that's one of my, I don't know, vices, I would, if you will. I don't share. I mean, I'm an open book as far as I'm always 100% honest. It's just that I don't talk very much to people.
Yeah. Because I mean, I could only assume certain things, because like what happened with your girl. I thought it could have been a car accident or something like that. I had no idea it was, the OD or whatever. But I ain't gonna lie. I like the kind of the perspective in which Deuce was given, because a lot of times it's ourselves, we do project things out on others that we already like subconsciously feel ourselves, and we mirror, like, somehow we mirror our own thoughts or project, unless somebody actually said to you something,
right?
Like, it could have been just the mood you were in that made you receive certain things back from others that they may have never thought of, or, what I'm saying? But either way,
I ain't gonna lie. After Deuce said that, I thought about it. I said it in a video. I did think about it, and maybe he's right, or maybe he's right, I think of myself as a loser, but maybe all of this stuff I do, the show, going to school, I don't know, the way I talk, reading a bunch of books, trying to learn different languages, maybe that's just me trying to prove to myself that I'm not a loser.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, man, there were things that I went through a certain period of my life where, and this is still kind of recent, like me, like truly reprogramming myself. And I think I may have mentioned some of that, because like I said, I go to sleep with those. I listen to subliminal stuff, like things that, like, while you sleeping, and then like within a certain period of your sleep, you'll go into like a certain theta. I think it's a theta wave, where you usually dream or whatever.
It's called REM. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, REM sleep was because that's what rapid eye movement, right?
Yeah, but
REM is no.
it is. That's what it is, rapid eye movement. But that the rapid eye movement is an indication that you have you're like in your subconscious. Like you fall in, there's levels. There's levels to sleep, you know.
Yeah. Because I mean, they have, you can get into alpha waves, delta waves, theta waves. Like, I mean, it's different levels to it, and like a certain part of it, like you can pretty much set yourself into a certain state of mind when you're going to sleep. Like shit, you can make yourself have lucid dreams based on how you set yourself up. Of course, your body, your mind has to be prepared to really be able to go there, and
to be able to control it. But you can fall into that without having any control, because like I say, there's different levels. So if you go down into that, it's like that deep sleep, where you're kind of in your subconscious, like you're like all the way up in your subconscious. And, that's like you say, like the vibration, it's they've been studying this for a long time. They don't even know why we sleep. This is a fringe science. So this is my thing. They don't even know why we sleep. They're trying to figure this shit out. And they have these, what they do is they,
monitor your,
they could see
the electrodes that's going off in your brain and what's triggering, what's firing off during different parts of that. I believe, I forget all the exact terminology, but I know a lot about it as well, because I mean that sensory is like a lot bigger than we might imagine. And if we control the way we receive certain things, because I mean, while we're awake, even though we're thinking we might be shutting off, like you're saying you're avoiding commercials, and you don't want to hear certain things. That's a level that, I mean, you can go by certain things, but that isn't really changing anything. Like you if you really want to change something, because like I said, you can reprogram yourself in your sleep, and like within like 21 days of having that repetitive thing going off in your sleep, it'll change your subconscious, because your subconscious is what directs your conscious.
Exactly. And that's what I try to get people to understand, is because your subconscious is way bigger. Like, okay, let's think about breathing, right? We control our breath, but only to a certain extent. Your body is going to force you to breathe, even if you try to hold your breath. It's like, I'm a swimmer. You be underwater, you train yourself to hold your breath underwater, for long periods of time. It's a part of swimming. But once you cross over your threshold of where you've trained yourself, how long you can breathe, hold your breath underwater, you're gonna take in a fucking gulp of fucking water, because your body is just gonna be like, I gotta breathe, and it's gonna suck in that water, and that's like the worst thing that can happen. You know what I mean? Now you got water in your fucking lungs, where air should be, and what I'm saying is your subconscious is what's controlling that. Your subconscious is like, people can slow down their heartbeat or speed up their heartbeat, consciously. People, but
you can't stop it.
Yeah, you're at the end of the day, it's your subconscious mind is what's running the show. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, and I've thought about this a lot. Your conscious mind is like the tip. It's like the tip of the sword or whatever, and your conscious mind is like the handle. You know what I mean? Damn it, I don't think I explained that very well. I have a better analogy. I can't get it right now. It's basically, how about the tip of the iceberg? The iceberg is underwater. Most of the iceberg is underwater. It's only a bit of it on the top. The bit that's on the top is your conscious mind, and that all that iceberg that's underwater is your subconscious. But where your like the iceberg, how it moves and shit like that, and like even the way it looks, even what parts are sticking out of the water, all of that is based on what's under the water.
Yeah. Well, and there's usually way more under the water than it is above. But oh damn, I had a point.
What's up, Kurt?
What up, bro?
How you feel, man? You got the orange bandana on today. What that mean?
I mean, you know how I do, baby. Come on, baby. You know how I do.
What gang is that? That's the orange gang.
This is the I ain't fucking with y'all color. Like, nah, bro.
Like I ain't fucking with one of y'all gangs. Any one of y'all can get it.
Any one of y'all. I got my own gang. It's called humans and intelligent people. That's my gang. That's why I hang out.
So, Kurt, did you catch any of the in the show where I was talking about chess, checkers, and perspective? Basically saying that people say it's chess, it ain't checkers, and I'm saying no, it's not chess, it's checkers. First off, most people don't know how to play chess.
It's not checkers. I mean, it's not. Well, how?
Yeah, my brain. I say shit backwards all the fucking time. Y'all know what I'm saying. Fucking it's checkers. It's not chess. It's because it's all about getting punched in the face, like Mike Tyson say. What's the Mike Tyson quote? The Mike Tyson quote. He say everybody got a plan.
Until you get punched in the fucking face, and then the shit different now, ain't it? Like he was saying it about the internet, bro. He was saying it about the internet. The internet and social media has made people soft. And see, they get at home and they do what we're doing exactly right now, and they feel so goddamn comfortable that you don't think that somebody's gonna find you and punch you in the damn mouth. Where this does wrap back around is where I kind of came into the conversation. You were talking about the subconscious and like your consciousness. Yeah, what you were saying, that shit's true, bro. It's very damn true. And you take that shit, like being at home is like, oh, I could do this everywhere. Until somebody motherfucker come out there and like, oh no, bro. No, bro. Bro. It just don't. You did that at home. You're not out here with us. You see what I'm saying? You ain't out here with us. It's like you can believe whatever the fuck you want until you actually fucking in it. Once you in it, you get your ass knocked out. You see exactly what the hell they talking about.
So that's what I'm saying. And like the chess people who play chess tend to be all nerdy or whatever. So it's like, So like I say, you're playing the game. This is all about life. I hope you understand that. I'm talking about life. Yeah. So, so you're playing chess with life, right? Mm-hmm. You're playing chess with the way you move around and the things that you're doing, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have a car accident or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You run into some asshole at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? Who's talking shit to you. And now you about to throw your whole life away because this happened, bro. Let me tell you the story, bro. Let me tell you, because you was in the car.
Okay, Curtis. Good, because I don't know the story, bro. I don't know the story. And like, Pat, I saw this stuff, and he could not. I don't know why you couldn't explain it to me then. But
because I was so angry, my nigga.
Off. I mean, damn. I'm like, you see this guy heated, and it's like, oh man, okay, well.
I'm
gonna crack a couple of jokes. I'm gonna crack a couple of jokes to make him laugh, but damn.
I'm just now calmed down enough to talk about it. So basically I almost got into a fight in the store today. In the gas station. I almost got into a fight in the gas station. And if anybody knows me, they know I don't really fight. Like I'm a lover, not a fighter, like Michael Jackson say. But understand. My daughter knows this about me. She's scared. She says I scare her. This is true story. My daughter says I scare her because she knows me. Because I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy.
I've seen y'all
I'm a nice-
interact, bro. I know. Everybody knows you're a nice guy, Shaka. I've seen y'all
I'm a
interact.
nice guy.
I know you love your
But-
daughter more than anything else, bro.
But
I know you love her more than anything else, man.
Listen.
Like
I'm a
for
nice
real,
guy.
for real.
But if you push me to the point where I feel like, you know, I need to do something, like I let a lot of shit slide. That's me. You know, water under the bridge. It's whatever. But, you know, there's always a line. There's always a line that's too much. You know what I mean? Like, I can't let this go under the bridge. I can't let this slide. You know what I mean? So when it gets to that point, being the person that I am, I'm finna go 210%. I'm finna go 1,000%, bro. I'm finna go over the top to the point where you're gonna be like, what is wrong with you? You know what I mean? It's not that serious.
Yeah.
No, it is, because you didn't push this nice guy to the point where he gotta fucking turn into an animal. Because that's what'll happen. I'll turn into a
That's
fucking
what they
animal,
do, bro.
and you won't know me no more. I swear
Nice
to
guys
God,
finish last.
you don't really know me until you've seen me turn into that guy. But, you know, and there's only a handful of people who've seen that guy. My daughter is one of them. Okay, there's only a few people who've seen
bro.
that guy. I keep that guy under
You know
wraps. But look, wait,
you know why
let
I'm
me tell you the
laughing,
story.
right?
Let me tell you the story. The damn gas station, the Beltway and Westheimer, and I hate fucking stopping at this gas station because it's always crackheads and fucking, you know what I mean, hanging out there, you know. People asking for money. It's, you know, it's kind of unsafe. They like to close the door all early and make you stand in line. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of gas station it is. You know what I mean? After 12 o'clock or whatever, they lock the doors and you got to stand in line. And you got all these crackheads and bums out here and shit. And then they don't even really have security. I don't think there's no security. So anyways, tonight we stop at the store at like 11:52, let's say 11:50. And we walk into the store and they're like, okay, we're doing the turnover where we do our computers. So we can't sell anything right now. And it was like, damn, can we just pay for gas with the credit card outside? No, you can't do that either because the system is flipping right now. And it's not, you know, give us like 8 minutes, you know, for the system to flip so that, you know, we can do shit or whatever. My dumb ass, my first mind was to go ahead and drive to the next gas station. But I didn't. I was like, it's only 8 minutes. Cool, I will chill. You know what I'm saying? That was not a good decision. That was not a good decision because you had, okay, so, you know, most people who come in and they tell you 8 minutes, they're just like, okay, whatever. They leave back out or whatever. This one dude came in there and, you know, he starts cussing at the lady behind the counter. It was a little short lady. She couldn't have been more than 5'2", 5'4", 5'3", white chick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Behind the counter. And this nigga is like 6'2". You know what I'm saying? Kind of thick too. You know what I'm saying? And so then he starts, you know, because she told him 8 minutes or whatever, and he was like, no, you didn't tell me 8 minutes. You told me an hour or some shit. He was arguing with her about how long she told him how long it was going to be. And it was so dumb because it was now 12 o'clock. The time had passed and it was all good. We could all ring up shit now. But this dude was still going on and cussing the lady out, calling her a racist bitch and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? He, you know, the lady turned red in the face. He hurt her by his words and stuff. Like he was cussing her out and he was threatening her. He said, I'll jump over this counter and beat the shit out of you and all of this shit, right? Okay, whatever. So it's another guy behind the counter. It's a black guy. He's like, I don't know what she said to you, bro, but this is kind of kid shit you got going on right here. So can you chill, bro? It's all good right now. What you want? Let's ring it up. Da-da-da-ba-da-ba-da. You know what I'm saying? No, fuck that. She told me it was gonna be an hour, and that's bullshit. I want to know the corporate number and all of this shit. And then he was like, bro, calm down, bro. It's not that serious. He was like, well, fuck you then, nigga. Fuck you. I'll jump over this counter and beat the shit out of you. I'm telling you, bro. Fucking crackhead. This nigga picked up like an energy drink and threw it at the dude behind the counter. And it hit that nigga face. It kind of like, it brushed his face, bro. It bounced off his face. And that's what I was telling you in the car about him being all calm. That shit hit his face and he was all calm. And he kind of talked to the old girl. He was like, let me handle all this shit because I'm going to have to talk to this nigga outside in a minute or whatever. Real calm. Like,
exactly.
And the nigga.
It's about to go down.
The other nigga was still talking shit. He picked up a clipboard that was on the counter. Like the clipboard they use for their counts because that's what they was doing and shit. And he tried to hit the nigga with that. And like, he was like coming, like it was a mess. So the thing is, I'm in the line next to this guy trying to pay for the gas for Jessica and give me something to drink. But see, the thing is, this nigga was standing right next to me while all of this shit was going on. So the thing is, like me being the person that I am, I'm like, this is not my problem. This is not my situation. You know what I mean? I just want to get my gas and get my drinks or whatever and get the hell out of the store. But the way he was behaving had got me, kind of in my feelings. So the thing is, like I say, he was standing next to me. So, and he was acting all belligerent and throwing shit at people and shit. And it's like, in my mind, I saw this shit flash in my mind, bro. If that nigga would have like bumped into me or accidentally dropped something on me or, anything like that. Or if he would have just said some shit to me. You know what I'm saying?
He was already ready.
Oh my fucking God, I would have tried to kill that nigga, bro. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. I would have left that nigga leaking. I swear to God, I would have left that nigga leaking. And I would have jumped in my car. I would have been like, we can't get the gas right now. We got to go. That's what would have happened. We got to go. And we would have left. And,
let me ask you a question. Did you laugh at me when the guy jumped up because of the baked potato and the mashed potato and the baked potato stories, right?
Refresh my memory.
Oh shit!
Just tell a abridged version because I just don't remember.
Okay. So, guy orders mashed potatoes. He's like, "Hey, how are the mashed potatoes here?" I'm like, "They good." And I'm like, he's like, are they watery? I'm like, no, they're not watery. Are they creamy? I'm like, no, they're not creamy. And like, it's mashed potatoes. They're good mashed potatoes. So you're saying they're watery? And you're like, no, I shit you not. And like, no, I said they're good mashed potatoes. I mean, hey, if you don't like them,
okay,
I can just get you something else.
I'll tell the story. I almost got into a fight tonight, bro.
So.
Yeah, that's why I got crunk because I was like, I almost got into a fight, bro. Seriously, at the gas station, I was gonna kill that nigga.
Yeah, I heard that. But anyway,
I'm not joking.
So,
no, but you're a responsible guy.
Who are you talking to, Corey?
Yeah, Corey. He's out of the screen.
Give
so
him
you
this.
Can't see him.
Give him this for me. hand that over,
Curtis.
Go ahead, hand it to him. All right. So, yeah, man, it's the same damn thing. It's like this dude got so pissed off about his quality of mashed potatoes, and then I got into it again with a baked potato, and this guy, he's like, "Yeah, I want a baked potato fully loaded." Baked potato comes out fully loaded. He's like, "I don't like sour cream." I'm like, hold on, man, and he started poking out his damn chest about goddamn sour cream on his baked potato. And I went and told I told one of the managers, I can't remember which one it was. I was like, bro, if this motherfucker do this shit again, I'm gonna knock his ass clean the fuck out. We talking about a baked potato here, bro. We ain't talking about no life and death shit. He wants to fight over his baked potato. Like, go make your own goddamn baked potato if it's that goddamn bad, man. It's like, what the hell is happening right here? Like, for real, man. It's like, dude, you about to get cut. You about to get cut real goddamn fast. It's like, no, bro, you are not finna do this to me. You are jumped off and like all puffing up and like, bro, I don't give a fuck where you come from. I don't give a damn if that's your girl. She gonna be picking your shit up. Like, for real. Like, no, bro. We arguing over a baked potato. We're arguing over mashed potatoes. And like, I can easily go back in here and fix this shit for you. So that gas station is known for, like, around the time whenever that happened, like, it was 12, it's a shift change. How the fuck you get that pissed off about, like, man, you rushing off to somewhere? Like, I don't ask people that shit straight up. You got somebody dying. You got to get to the hospital, right? I ask my tables that all the damn time. You got to get to the hospital. Oh, no, you in a rush. Oh, okay. So you got an emergency after you eat, right? And you know, what the fuck are you talking about right now, man? What the hell are you talking about, bro?
And
it's
that
so
kind of
damn
goes.
simple. It's so damn simple, bro.
That kind of goes with what I'm saying, because that's perspective. Because the person don't know you, Curtis. He don't know that, like, he just bitching about some mashed potatoes, but you got a blade that has a grip on it with fucking blade coming out of both ends and probably in your pocket at that moment. And he also don't know that you kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
And don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Batman, bro. These are hard to find. I just realized that they're hard to find, man. I didn't know that. I thought I was like, ooh, Batman. Like, cool, Batman. No, bro, you better protect yourself, man. It's a crazy world, bro. Everybody fucking knows. Even the crazy people know that it's a crazy world, but they insist on acting fucking crazy in the crazy world. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to know that shit. I don't want, no, man. I don't want that near my cerebellum, my consciousness. I got my cortex. I don't want it. I don't want any of that shit near any of that.
And
you
that's
saw
why
that, you know, this all three of those motherfuckers. All three of those was in the brain, bro.
And that's
cerebellum, consciousness, cortex. I'm like, come on, bro, don't do that. Don't fucking do that, man.
Well, I can argue that consciousness is not in the brain, but that's one of the reasons why I fuck with you, Curtis. Is because you're like me in a certain way. Is because you're a little crazy, bro.
Shut up, man. I'm not crazy. In my universe, I'm very sane, my friend. I am very fucking sane. You cannot say that. Well, you can, but
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Me and you have that in common. You know, is
bro.
You know, yeah. So like, you know, it's just like a little bit off. Like, you know, there's, you know, you know how like you got 1 out of 100 niggas that you just really shouldn't fuck with. It's 1 out of 100 niggas you just don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 1 out of 100.
Yeah, I know, bro.
You know, I don't know. I'm just throwing numbers.
Oh, no, that's
You're the numbers guy.
Pat. That's a very. He's saying that very nicely, Pat. He's saying it nicely, man. He's saying it when don't think about just black people. Don't think about just black people.
No,
think about.
No, that's not what I mean. You saying 7 out of 10? That means 70% of niggas. No, I'm talking about it. May be 1 out of 1,000. You know,
he's saying it nicely, man.
I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say there's a percentage of the population that you really just don't want to fuck with. These people are the ones to not fuck with. You got you got a lot of niggas that run around the street and be acting like they hard. They got guns, you know what I'm saying? They gang bang, you know what I'm saying? They may even shoot people or whatever, but those are not the people I'm talking about. No. You know, the people I'm talking about maybe never killed no one before. But the wrong person just haven't, you know. What I'm trying to say is that me, the person I am, once the line get crossed, once my feelings get turned off, I'm like the guy from Office Space where, you know, they're like, he's like, that's my stapler. My stapler, that's my stapler. And then they take his stapler and then he walks away and he mumbles, I guess I just burned the building down. I'm gonna just burn the building down, you know. I'm gonna burn the building down because they took my stapler. Like, cause he kept telling everybody, I care about my stapler. That's my stapler. You know, I'm particular about my stapler. Don't fuck with my stapler. Like, he was serious about that. You know what I mean? It was like, you cannot, because he wasn't even getting paid the whole time. You could not pay me for my job. You can make me work in the basement. You can make me get rid of the pest problem and kill the roaches and shit. But don't fuck with my stapler.
Yeah.
Because if you fuck with my stapler, the building not gonna be here no more. I'm not fucking playing. So that's me.
Dude, once,
That's me.
once people, dude, I don't weigh on people's, and from my standpoint, I have to call it quirks. Like people have certain damn things that they care about. You know what I'm saying? For me, I don't want to. I don't want to fall into the average. But for me, it's my damn cat. It's my fucking cat. You said that shit. I'm not gonna talk about it, but you said the thing about yeah, you know what it's like, dude. And I know you saw me immediately, bro. Immediately,
Your whole
like,
face
dude,
changed. Like,
bro.
Don't even joke.
If I just imagining the shit, I had already wanted to kill this guy, and he hadn't even done it. He hadn't even fucking done it. Just the thought of it. The thought of it. I could see this motherfucker in pleasure, and I was like, oh hell the fuck no, bro. No. You did what to my cat? You did what? Oh hell no, bro. They gonna be dragging your goddamn body out of here. That's why I didn't let this motherfucker move in, man. Because I saw that could possibly happen. It could happen.
I wish people understood what we was talking about with this, because this is
I know, bro. That was gotta be up here. It's gotta be up here, man. No, hell no. Like that was bad. So I understood. That's why
I feel you so heavy, bro.
At least Jessica saw. She saw what she was like. Curtis, stop joking, and was like, oh, we gonna die in here. She was like, stop messing with him. At least she saw, bro. She dude. I cut for her, bro. I cut for her. Like, well, god damn.
Yeah, you know I do.
Damn. Yeah,
so, yeah.
But man,
I was in that element at that moment.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, that nigga could have lost his life.
God. Good freaking God.
And you never know what it is, though. You never know what those triggers are. That's another thing with perspective. You know, you don't know what the triggers are. My uncle, I have an uncle.
Because we're human.
One of my uncles, he crazy as fuck. This nigga been in and out of prison. And he told, when I was a teenager, he told me a story. He was like, you know, I'm crazy, bro. He said, but you know what's fucked up is the people out here don't know that. He said, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. I'm crazy as fuck, but people don't know that. Basically what he was saying was like, he you know, this nigga been in and out of the penitentiary. Like, he's the one. Like, he's a person I'm afraid of, if that makes any sense. It's very few people on the planet I'm afraid of, and he's one of them, because that nigga there is fucking crazy. But yeah, that nigga is crazy. But like I say, you don't know who you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? He don't come across as crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up with you, whatever, kick it with you, drink, smoke, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He like to hoop. You know what I'm saying? Regular Joe for the most part. Yeah. And that's what he said. What was trying to explain was like, they just don't know who they dealing with. You know what I mean? And you don't know. You don't know. So that's perspective, bro. You have to be careful. You got to be careful.
Hey, I'll be honest, bro. I don't know how to play chess. I do know how to play checkers. And so Pat, he did bring up a good point. He was like, yeah, in checkers, dude, you can have kings everywhere.
Exactly.
In checkers, you can have kings. I understand. I don't even understand the premise. I'm not gonna even say that I understand the premise of checkers. Well, I don't feel bad by saying this.
In chess, there's only one king. That's what his comparison was. That's what he was saying.
That's what I'm saying. You can have many damn kings. You can have many kings in checkers, bro. But in chess, you only have two, and they're on both opposite sides. I do know that.
Right. So each player only has one king. So
yeah, bro.
But you can't in chess. You can have multiple queens. You can't have multiple queens.
You can.
Yeah, so there's a move in chess where if your pawn makes it all the way to the other end, the pawn turns into a queen.
Hey, bro, that's why I was excited about this conversation, and I saw this shit, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, man! I'm jumping in on this one, bro." I'm like, I gotta like
So
that's an interesting. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. So, what do you think about that? Chess, checkers, and perspective. So, what does that mean to you? What did you think about when you read the title?
Well, first, I knew that. Oh man, I've been watching the last couple of days. That you guys have been on. I've just kind of just been watching. I haven't jumped in, but that particular one, when you said that, I was like, man, I think about life, man. I think about life, and it's not on the idiots and like, oh, this is chess, not checkers. It's not on that. Because one, I don't know how to play chess. I don't know how to play chess. I asked you to teach me, but shocker. So,
yeah.
Anyways,
I don't like it's.
Yeah,
I was teaching
it is what
I was
it is.
teaching my daughter to play chess, and it was so fucking frustrating. Teaching somebody to play chess is frustrating as fuck.
I know.
Because it's complicated, bro.
You've known me long enough. You know me long enough to know that, dude, those are the kind of things that I dive into. This is where my sense of humor comes from. It's like if it's hard, nobody can seem to get it. The only thing that I can honestly say that I haven't done that is like most of them, well, from my perspective, is play a video game called Dark Souls. Because everybody runs from the goddamn game because it's damn hard and nobody beats it. But I like challenges, man. It's like, what the hell? Because if I break it, then it's like, what the fuck? You're like, oh, this motherfucker broke it. Yeah, you can do it too. It's that damn easy. You can do it too.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, the way I was taught, my dad taught me to play chess, and the first thing he did was he showed me how to set up the board.
And
that's it.
I don't know how. I have no idea.
The first lesson of chess is setting up the board, and that's it. So like I said, he would make me set up the board over and 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 over. I mean, over and over and over and over and over and over. I mean, we didn't move on until I could set up the board and just set up the board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just throw the pieces there and have them in the right spot. Because the thing is, when you're setting up the board, I ain't gonna say it's easy to put the wrong pieces in the wrong spot, but I mean, it's very important that the pieces are in their proper place at the beginning of the game. Okay, because the first row is all pawns. The first row is all pawns. Okay, in the middle on the second row, you have the king and the queen. Okay, they sit in the middle of the row of the second row, but they don't sit in the same position depending on what side of the board you're on. Okay. The way I was taught, queen sits on her color. Because that's one of the things that gets confusing, like I say, is where the king and the queen sits. Now, people might feel like that's not important because it's just one position change. You're switching the queen with the king. They're in the middle of the board.
I'm listening, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm charging. I got to plug on my phone. My bad.
So the other side of the board is the mirror. So you know how mirrors work. It's like, it's not the same. The other side is the opposite. The left turns to the right. You understand what I'm saying? Like me looking at this screen, a lot of times when I be messing with my blue screen, I see one side is messed up and I reach at that side, but that's not the side it is. It's the other side. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
It doesn't, but I'm listening. I'm learning, bro.
It's the left versus the right. The mirror is the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Your right is your left in the mirror. Your left is your right in the mirror. Do you understand? when you look in the mirror, the reflection is not the same as
you talking
what
now
you
you're talking
are.
about cameras. Now you're talking about cameras. Wait. Yeah, I get it.
The same
Fuck.
cameras too.
Yeah,
It works for cameras too.
I get it. 'Cause you have to think about that in a perspective of what the mirror is showing you and what's being reflected back. That's the way you get there. I get that. God damn it. I hate you. I fucking hate you. You know I don't like shit like that, bro. Exactly. Tired of that shit. Hey, you leave me alone, sir. But
So
yeah,
you
you're
got
right,
it.
bro. Yeah, I get it.
So you
I
get
get
it.
it. I get it,
So
bro. I get it.
those are the two pieces that people do wrong mostly when they set up the board, because because it's a mirror. So one side is different from the other. Okay. So because I'm teaching you chess right now, bro. I'm teaching you chess right now.
No, I get that. I get that much. Yeah.
Okay, so
come on, bro.
Second row, listen to me. If you remember this stuff, this will be your thing. The
You know,
second row,
if I get good at this, I'm gonna beat the hell out of you, right?
the second row is
That's
the
my
king.
job.
Remember, the pawns are in the first row, the king and the queen is on the second row, and they're in the middle, and they're a mirror to each other from the king and queen on the other side. That's how you know where they sit. Okay. Next to the queen and the king is the bishop. You got a bishop on each side. You got the king and queen in the middle. You got a bishop on each side of the king and the queen, because these pieces are important, right? The next piece is the knights. So the king and the queen in the middle. The bishop is on either side of the king and the queen, and then on either side of the bishop are two knights, and at the end are the rooks or the castle, however you want to say it. So that's how you set up the board. So like I say, for you to be able to play chess, first off,
good knowledge, bro. It's good knowledge.
You got to be able to set up the board. So try to remember that much, and then we could start talking about how the pieces move, because see, all the pieces have different attributes. You know what I'm saying?
And jobs, bro.
They all move differently, and you can use them in different ways. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even talk about strategy until you know the limitations of your pieces. That's what's important.
Yeah.
It's not what the pieces can do, it's what they can't do that's important. Okay. So once you understand the pieces and how they move, then you understand what they can't do. And then once you get to that level, now you can start learning strategy. But to get to that point takes a whole lot.
Yeah.
And then once you get to strategy, this is a whole new world. This is a whole new world.
Yeah, buddy.
Strategy becomes like very, very complex, because I say, all the pieces move differently, and you understand their limitations. And because of their limitations, that's how you develop your strategies, And, some people are offensive players. I'm a defensive player. That's how I play chess. I kind of wait for the other person to make a mistake. That's my way of playing. But other people,
I'm kind of there too. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I'm kind of there too, bro. Like I'm never the aggressor. But my life, I'm not changing the subject. My life is very interesting. Although I am exactly like that, bro. I'm like that, and it's like, no, if you're gonna start this fight, you're gonna start this fight. But I'm always the enemy after somebody get their ass whooped, or it's fucking bad, and it's like, oh, I started the shit, and like, well, then I try to explain it. It's like, nah, you the enemy. It's like, oh man, come on, man. That's why I stopped giving a fuck. I'm all like, for real. Like, I play defense before anything. It's like, dude, no. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. Then go be an asshole. If you're a nice person, you're a nice person. Maybe I'll welcome you in. But other than that, bro, it's like, it's regular ass life. Just be a fucking human, man.
Bro. When I left out that gas station, bro, I could barely breathe, bro, because I was I was imagining pushing that nigga through the window of the stove.
You want me to tell you the truth about how you can barely breathe, or you want Oh, you want Jessica to tell you why you can barely breathe?
Talking about,
yeah, buddy. Yeah.
That store would have been a mess when I left that hoe, bro. That motherfucker would have been a mess.
Hey, bro.
It'd have been potato
Windows
chips
down.
and blood everywhere.
Windows down, my friend. Windows down. Windows down. Oh, that's good, man. Yeah. People don't appreciate shit like that. You knew immediately. You knew fucking immediately. That's good, bro. We don't fuck perspective. We don't congratulate ourselves on being a fucking human being. How hard is that shit? Be a good human being. It's so easy not to destroy somebody.
I haven't had a fight in years, bro. I haven't had a fight in years. I don't fight.
Check me out. Hey, Chaka, check me out.
Yeah, I see that. I know. You told me the story.
Yeah, buddy.
Man, you done brought me back to that fucking moment, bro.
I ain't do that.
Anyways,
you gonna blame me?
Tell a story, Curtis. Tell the people a story.
What?
I'm not gonna stay on here much longer because I'm tired as fuck. And I
understand.
I got a lot of shit I gotta do, bro. I got like a major project I gotta turn in on Monday, and I work all day tomorrow, and I don't know how I'm gonna fucking pull this shit off.
Oh shit, you double?
Yeah, I'm a double tomorrow.
Oh,
so that's not a big deal. What's a big deal is this big project that's due on Monday. I got to do a presentation in class on Monday, and I haven't even started on it. And I work all day tomorrow, so at the very least, I can't be exhausted on Monday morning because if I am, I'm fucked.
Bro, you got it, man. Hey, well,
tell a story, bro.
What's the story?
I don't do shows on Sunday. Tell a story, bro. Any story, your story or a story. People love stories.
Yeah, man, because it's facts and it's truth. I don't know, man. So this might not be as.
It don't have to be relevant.
I don't want to downplay it, but like it's just 33 miles north, I'm treated 100% differently from how I'm treated where I live, bro. But I can't live 33 miles north because my money and how I survive is down where we are. You know, it's Houston, Texas. It's Westheimer area. But I went to Crazy Frogs, which is a bar, yesterday. Just kind of scope it out. I was invited out by a very good friend who I hadn't seen in probably about 10 years. Since I hadn't seen her since she was married. And you know, the receptiveness, man, is like, that's different. You know, I don't deal with, oh man, this motherfucker might not like me because I'm black. You know, I don't deal with it. I just don't, bro. So I went there yesterday and I felt at home. I felt fucking at home. Like everybody that I bumped into is like, hey man, how's it going? And remember, these motherfuckers are drinking just as much as I am. And now, see, with that comparison, because I am the common denominator in both fucking situations. So I'm not breaking that because I'm an asshole. I'm not going to break that because, I am the common denominator in both situations. But why when I go up north, I'm received for who I am, for exactly who the fuck I am. And I'm a complete asshole. And it's like, hey man, everybody's good. Well, is it because I don't know. You can't say, I've seen some fucked up shit up there, but for the most part, that's what I would call human, bro. That's what I would call human. You know, it's like I told the I don't know if I told you the story. The girl just looked at the back of my jacket, the one that you said you was going to steal. And she was like, oh my God. She was like, where'd you get this jacket from? She was like, "Oh yeah, that's Robin, isn't it?" And I was like, "Oh, close. Red Hood. Yeah, you were close because Red Hood used to be Robin, Batman shit." So I don't know, bro. They love me up there. And it's either I go back up there or I move to Vegas because I know they love me in Vegas.
Because Vegas don't give a damn about nobody. Everybody is.
Yeah, no, you out here for a reason.
Yeah.
You're out here for a reason. Up there, man, they give love there. They give love, bro, and it's like 33 miles away, bro. It's not that far. They give love, and I'm 36, bro, and I've been going up there since I was 21. I've been in one damn fight, because some dude decided to be the fucking hero in a situation that he didn't need to be a hero. And it's like, no, I'm talking to this lady. I'm planning on taking her ass home. She's good. Her energy is good and shit like that. I didn't say this shit, but he asked her, he's like, "Oh, is this man bothering you?" The like really bullshit. This motherfucker had it out for me, bro. This was my one fight in Jersey Village. I've had 11 fights, several fucking fights out here in the heart of Houston, fucking Texas. It's like,
Man,
dude,
I avoid Jersey Village, bro. They racist as fuck. I get tickets every time I go through there.
I don't get it. I don't receive any of this. Like I shit you not. I don't get it either. But down here, man, I always have to protect myself. I always have to be, not on guard or no shit like that, but like, oh man, well, like if I go out tonight, shit could happen. But I'm going out and I'm gonna go drink. I go up there. They just they proved it again last night, man. It's like, dude, like I still got I had my flask with me, and you know what I'm saying, like I am over drinking, so you can't say that. Oh, this motherfucker's drunk. It's like, yo, come on, like we're having fun. That I don't know what about that area. I love it, bro, and they love me. I didn't even sing for them, bro. I didn't even sing for them last night. Bro. Usually that's the icebreaker when they hear some Kill Switch Engage, or they hear some Seven Does, they hear some Rob Zombie. That's the icebreaker, and it's like, oh shit, this black dude is he oh man, it's not he's one of he likes my music, however they see it, but I didn't even do that, and I still got the reception, and that's the story. That's the story, because I didn't have a story lined up. You just kind of, put me on the spotlight, tell a story. But that's the story. I didn't even have that. And whatever those people are doing up there, dude, with me down here with Westheimer and shit, I think they live in a life, bro. I honestly think they're living a life. And they're living a life because they don't have this whatever the fuck. And again, it's 33 miles away. That is a 20-minute goddamn drive that you can go and not have to deal with a fucking thing. Whether you're black or white.
All I can say is different strokes for different folks. I literally avoid. I won't stop for gas in Jersey Village. I am not joking.
They probably don't like your skin. Probably too light for them.
That might be it. that might be it. Hey,
that might be it, bro.
So the Travis Scott concert. I
know you heard a little bit. That shit, bro. Fuck. How did 8 people die, man?
Check this out. Let me play this.
They were kind of off to the side, and you had metal barriers there. One young lady described that metal barrier was at her chest. So you have all of these people encroaching on the stage, kind of inching closer and closer and packing in tighter and tighter and tighter. And you had a lot of this pent-up energy waiting for this concert to start. And so a lot of people described that once they got into that crowd, they turned around. They weren't leaving. Like I said, one young lady described it as where your feet were planted were where they stayed. You were not moving. A caller colleague of mine, his son was there, said his son was at the front, and as they were closer to the front, they turned around. There was no way to get out at that point. And so then what happens, and you could see it on social media, you had everybody with their phones out. When Travis Scott came out, I mean, it was an incredible entrance. The pyrotechnics went off. You had the display, the crowd, just a massive release of energy. And so everybody starts surging forward at that point. And that's when you start hearing reports from some people that some people started getting trampled, some people started getting crushed, and they were screaming for help, but it was just mass chaos at the point. Now, the video that we're showing now, that was from earlier in the day where you had dozens of people that toppled a security fence because they wanted to bypass a checkpoint. So you had some aggression earlier in the day. There were several people detained from this particular incident, but you couldn't get everybody. I was also speaking with somebody else that when you have a massive crowd like that, it is very difficult to plan for every single tiny contingency. And then when you have a crowd that tightly packed, it is very difficult to get either police officers or paramedics in there very quickly because you have this confusion. The people in the back don't know that people in the front are getting crushed. People are screaming. People can't hear. There's questions about how quickly these artists were notified. We're seeing reports on social media that there were certain pauses in that initial performance, but it took a while for the performance.
I want a better clip.
KPRC2 News begins.
Experience some type of cardiac arrest.
And police say tonight's concert has been canceled. I want to welcome you to our Saturday morning edition. We've got that breaking news to get to right away.
Yeah, we'll have the forecast for you in just a moment. But first, we want to tell you about this deadly night at rapper Travis Scott's Astro World Festival.
Police say that at least 8 people were killed at the packed concert at Energy Park and hundreds of others injured. And HPD has set up a command post for information on any missing persons at the Wyndham Hotel near Kirby.
I saw better clips on social fucking media, bro. The news.
No, you're fine. These clips they're good enough. It's like, what the fuck? Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no goddamn way. Are you serious? How's this happen? Like, for real, how's it happen? This is the concert?
Yeah, this is at the concert. This looks like a cell phone video.
I'm from Toronto, but I got Houston tatted on me because it's always been my home, so I appreciate you having me. I love y'all. Astro World Fest, there's nothing like it. Make some motherfucking noise again!
Fucking idiot.
Look.
It's my personal opinion. Fuck anybody like for real, bro. No. Fucking idiots, man. My personal goddamn opinion. It's their goddamn problem.
Look, they just steady partying. It's people dead, dying right around them. And they just...
Are you fucking serious?
Look at the video.
Oh my god, bro. Like, no. That's us. That's why I don't fucking like it, bro. That's us. That's fucking us. Don't argue me about this bullshit, man. Like, they're dumb, bro. They're dumb, bro.
They won't even.
No,
they won't even get out the way. Look, they won't even get out the way for the ambulance.
Yeah, that's us. That's us. Fuck.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, that is such an example of what I be talking about, how fucked up this fucking world is. You know, people have such little care for each other that somebody is literally dying next to them, but them enjoying the concert is more important than, you know, that person's life. Because, you know, it's not me that's dying. And it's like, oh, the ambulance is trying to come. Well, shit, I'm trying to see this damn concert.
So dumb.
Some person on social media, they said they felt like they were at a concert in hell.
All right, so shit, I'm about to.
Dude, like we can't even play. It's not even about caring about each other, and people
Okay,
can play
so
this goddamn
first got
game
there, that's when
and
Master P was
perpetuate the
performing.
shit.
It wasn't that many people there, so I had went. You know, I got in the crowd. We was probably like in the middle of the crowd, but we was way in the front. And as everything was happening, I just felt like I was being crushed and like I couldn't breathe, and I almost like literally passed out. Like I felt like I was about to like collapse. So I started screaming and shit. So that's when like the people, they seen me just because of the fact that I was in the front.
It's a dude that was at the show, bro. Listen.
So they had pulled me out, you know what I'm saying? And then I had got out and I had just stood around like not in the crowd no more. But that was during the daytime. So look, let me tell you something. Look. All right, so this is when Travis Scott is about to hit the stage. All right. Something in my mind told me don't get in the crowd due to the fact of what happened to me earlier that day, you know what I'm saying, with the whole Master P, you know, audience and whatnot. So look, Travis Scott about to perform. It's probably like 100,000 plus people, you know, everywhere, you know what I'm saying, just standing around in the barricades, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't as bad, but something told me don't stand in the barricade. I sat on the side, you see what I'm saying? I went all the way to like the end of the line, and I was like right there on the barricade, but I sat like, you know, like took a seat on it so I wouldn't be in the crowd like that. But I kid y'all not, bro. As soon as Travis Scott started, like as soon as he started, like all the flame, the fire, the fucking like the Phoenix and all that shit, and then he popped out, started going crazy, and like I'm telling you, as soon as he started going crazy, like the whole crowd started raging and shit. Everybody just screaming, help, help, help. Mind you, I'm sitting on top of the fence. So I'm looking down on everybody and I'm seeing all this shit happening. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers reaching and they crying. I'm trying to pull people out. So look, in the middle, it's a VIP section, like different celebrities and people who pay like thousands of dollars to sit in the VIP section. Mind you, I'm pulling people out and I'm trying to pull them into that VIP section. That's where like people was pulling people in so they can breathe. So the people in the damn VIP section, they getting mad, talking about why the fuck you pulling people over here in our section. I'm like, man, fuck that shit, bro. These people about to lose their motherfucking lives. You know what I'm saying? So I pulled out this one boy. This boy, he probably like 14 years old. This is a little bitty teenager, bro. This one lady, I kid you not, in the fucking VIP section, literally put her hands on this boy and associated this boy and started hitting him like, didn't I tell y'all don't jump the fuck over? So I end up screaming like, bitch, who the fuck is you to tell somebody what the fuck they can do? Like, bitch, this ain't your motherfucking concert, bitch. Don't nobody give a fuck about what motherfucking ticket you paid for. Like, these people need some fucking help. So I'm helping people, I'm pulling people out. And like, it just felt like we was like literally like in fucking hell, bro. Like, it felt like we was in a concert in hell.
Well, honestly, all I'm hearing is stupidness, bro.
Like, just imagine all the people they gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like at least 100 people who dead tonight. Like,
it should be disturbing, bro.
In the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted, and the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning black and blue. Like I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people
sheep
laid out dead.
You want to go
like,
biblical sheep?
They wasn't responding.
Yeah, somebody needs to take care of your fucking ass.
It was nothing they could have do. Like this shit really fucked me up and like really
hate
me tonight. Like
hate,
that was like
bro.
some demonic
Hate.
shit. Like, and
I'm gonna
it
need
was
it.
so crazy. Like people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. It was like help. The whole crowd was just going like help. And he just kept going, bro. It was like that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro. And mind you, y'all see the type of music I make. Y'all see everything, like, you know, like I've been so heavily influenced by Travis, but like after tonight, bro, like God really showed me, like, you know, like stay away from that shit, bro. Like that shit not for you, because like he sacrificed so many people's lives tonight.
Here we
like,
go.
For real.
Here we go.
Like so many people's lives are gone tonight because they want to go to a fucking Travis Scott concert and have fun. You know, he
so many
and all this shit. So many people broke in and it was just chaos, bro. It was a living fucking
this motherfucker
hell,
just say raped.
Imagine seeing all those dead bodies, and that was just by me. And the shit got so bad, I was sitting on top of the gate.
We ain't hear about that shit. The fuck are you talking about?
Screaming, crying.
Listen,
hey man. I got so overwhelmed. I jumped down and I ran out that bitch and I left, bro. Like, this shit really happened tonight. And a lot of people, they, hearing this shit.
But that's
like,
what you want.
Watch tomorrow.
Fuck you, man.
Y'all gonna
Fuck
see this
you.
shit was no fucking
nah,
joke.
bro.
Like, this shit
You're
really
good.
happened.
You're
So
good,
many
bro.
people got
This
injured.
guy's
So many
good.
people died.
Go ahead.
That shit was so fucking wicked. Like,
I'm not.
it
Hey,
was
man.
so wicked,
The
bro.
only
Like,
thing
I'm
that
not
I
trying
will
to,
not
put
ever
nothing on
do.
Travis Scott and call him Illuminati, that call him no devil worship. But that what the fuck it was, bro. We really went to a concert in hell, bro. You couldn't breathe. I'm talking about
Fucking idiot.
everybody was so crushed up on you. It was like literally no room for you to lift your chest up and breathe. Like, you couldn't move. You couldn't fucking breathe, bro. Just by the good fucking grace of God, I was in the front, so they helped me out. But I knew, and I even told people at nighttime, I said, bro, once the sun go down and the main stage opened up, I said, bro, do not go to that fucking, the middle of that fucking crowd, because at nighttime, nobody will be able to hear you. Nobody will be able to see you. Something bad gonna happen, bro.
God
And
did it.
exactly like that, a lot of bad shit happened. A lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people
God
got
did
hurt.
that.
So,
All right, good.
any parents watching this shit, I would advise you to not send your motherfucking kids to no fucking Astroworld Fest. Let their ass stay at home. That shit was not fun. It was scary as fuck. Like, don't go. And if that bitch still is open tomorrow, don't send your kids. I really hope this shit get canceled. I know tomorrow this shit gonna be on the news for sure. But shit, that's all I gotta say, bro.
Bro.
He was, bro, you wasn't even listening to him, bro. He was at
Oh
the
no,
concert.
I was. No. I know I was. I just don't agree with anything he fucking said.
There's nothing to agree with. He was telling the story of what happened.
Well, tell the fucking story. I just saw an idiot. My bad. I saw an idiot. My bad.
So, bro, this is what I'm talking about right here, bro, because compassion, that is the problem. Those people saw those other people dying. They didn't have no compassion for them. And you don't have no compassion for this dude telling the story. Regardless, I don't like large crowds.
No. I don't have a compassion for this motherfucker because he was a part of the shit. You can't blind motherfuckers. He's a part of this shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I can't stand that. I can't fucking stand that, dude. Like, he's a part of it. It's like, it's like, no, bitch, you saw what the fuck happened, and your ass was in it, and something bad happened, and you saw it. You gave it to our creator, and now your bitch ass is running from it. Get the fuck out of here. No, bro. No, bro. I'm setting all that. Fuck that. No. Now you're running from it. Run from it, motherfucker.
Curtis, I don't agree with you at all, bro. I don't think you heard what the dude was saying.
That's good. I heard all the destruction and everything that he laid into that damn track.
Sorry. It was a fucked up thing that happened, bro. Like,
yes.
Like, I've never been to a Travis Scott concert, and I don't care to go to one. I don't go to none of them. I don't go to big events that have a lot of people at it, period. And I always felt,
honestly, dude, I mean, you know how I am, bro. I don't give a fuck how you feel about me, man. That's fucked up. Like, I know what he was trying to convey in his message. He was trying to tell people, don't do this because I had a bad time. What I saw was, what the fuck? Like, dude, you can't. No, motherfucker. Because you still, in telling the story, you still tell your own fucking truths, bro. You still tell your own truths.
He was telling us that's what he was doing in the video. You didn't even listen to the guy.
Okay, now I didn't listen again.
I don't think you listened to him. He was telling the story of his experience, and that was his truth. There's nothing else to it. It was a fucked up thing that happened. He was saying he made it out of that shit alive.
Good for him.
He was telling the story about how he was helping people, how people was in the VIP area because they had more space.
And nobody gave a fuck. And
the people was all mad.
What did he do about it? What did he do about it?
He was helping people over the fence. You didn't listen to the story. He was helping people over the fence, getting into the VIP area because that's where they could breathe at. And he was telling a story how it was a chick there who was like, I paid a whole bunch of money for my ticket so these people aren't allowed in this area. So she cared more about her ticket than people dying.
Maybe I'm a negative person. No, I'm not gonna take it there, but yeah, I'm not gonna.
That's not it.
There, but yeah,
that's not it, Curtis. This is the thing, and that's why I
could be one of these lost. I could be one of these lost black people around here, and that's why I like to fucking think. It's like, hold on, bro. I was like, hold on, man. What? I'm not trying to change your perception of the video, but that's my first time seeing it. And what I saw, I was like, hold on, bro. You didn't do shit. You were there.
You didn't listen.
Good. I'm bad at listening.
That I'll agree with, Curtis. I'm not saying you're a bad person or an evil person or
I'm
none
bad
of that
at
other
listening.
shit.
I don't listen.
All that shit you just said.
I'm getting old.
That is what I would say. But look, this is what you have in common with the majority of people. This is the issue, and that's the reason why I do this show. Is I'm begging people to listen. I'm begging people to look things up on their own, find out the information on their own. Like just now, it took me a minute to do research to find a video that was worth the shit because the news was trash. That video where that guy was explaining what happened was way better than the news. He told us what happened. From the inside, he was there. And that's what you need to listen to. What the hell these news people are saying is some whatever. Okay. The people who were involved, people who were there, those are the people you want to listen to. Because they was there. They witnessed it. They know what actually happened. The news person is saying some shit they heard somebody else say that they heard somebody else say that they heard somebody else say. They don't really know what the fuck happened. This dude was actually literally at the show, and he was telling us what actually really happened. But we didn't care enough to listen. We'd rather listen to white folks.
I didn't. I actually enjoy my hell. I didn't listen, but okay. If I didn't, then all right, bro. Okay. Yeah.
This crystallizes my frustration with the world.
It should.
This crystallizes it. People don't give a fuck. They don't even. They care more about their ticket that they pay for the concert than they care about their neighbor's life. And these are the same people who call themselves Christian. And in the Bible, it says, "Love thy neighbor," or whatever.
Oh,
your neighbor is the person that's at the concert with you. So you should have, I'm not saying people should have compassion for their neighbor, and they should have compassion for a person that's at a concert with you who can't breathe. You're in the VIP, you got space to breathe. Fuck them niggas, they should have paid for the VIP ticket or they'd be able to breathe. So die, nigga. Damn, bro. I don't know what to say. I really don't.
Not exactly where I took it, but yeah.
I'm not saying that's what you said. I'm saying this is the point of view of the people. Clearly, it was the point of the view of the people at this concert from the words out of this guy's mouth. And in the other video, we saw a clip of the ambulance trying to get through to fucking get to people, and people wouldn't even get out the way to let the ambulance by so they could get to the people who fucking having cardiac arrest, bro.
Yeah, we saw that.
Just like in traffic, people be in traffic. It's an ambulance trying to get by. People don't have no respect for the ambulance. They like me wherever I got to go, my job. I'm trying to get to work. I'm trying to get to the bar. I'm trying to get to my girl's house. Whatever it is more important than that fucking ambulance. It's somebody in the ambulance that's fucking fighting for their fucking life. And that could be you. I'm not saying you, Curtis. I'm saying people. They not understanding that could be them in the ambulance or one of their loved ones. Like it could literally be one of their loved ones that something happened and they don't even know about it. They haven't found out about it yet. And they are the same car that's blocking the ambulance because going to work is more important. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, bro. I don't understand it personally, but no, bro. I'm sorry. I have my views, and yeah.
I feel like what I'm
So-
saying is falling on deaf ears, bro. Like, I'm just saying, people have some compassion, bro. Part of having compassion, Curtis. Listen to me
How
on
the-
this. This is
how-
listen. Part of having compassion is listening. Listening
part
to
of-
people when they speak. You
part of
know,
having compassion
valuing
is
their
realizing
opinion.
realizing and listening, actually listening to people, and saying, "Hey, well, giving my well, I'm not gonna even say that. I'm gonna okay. I can't even go down that route. I'm not gonna even say that, bro. I'm not gonna even say that because that's the whole goddamn thing. That's why I didn't like it. A damn thing that this motherfucker was saying. Not
Because
a
you
fucking
wasn't
thing.
listening.
Nope. I was just hearing. You're right.
That's what it is. That's what I'm
Yep.
saying.
Yeah.
And that
You're
that's
right.
the,
You're right.
that's the
I was just hearing.
problem.
I wasn't listening, and that's the problem. Okay. Okay.
Anyways, bro, it's 3:30 a.m. I gotta go to work in the morning.
I'll be there.
Man, yeah, you gotta work in the morning.
No, I'm gonna pick up.
I'm a double, so hopefully I make some money. Shit.
Yeah, the Astros lost, so we good.
Yeah, tonight. And tonight was good. Yeah, tonight was good. So
That's your homeboy behind the bar, man. Your homeboy Fritchard. He was like, "Hey, man, don't worry about it. They lose, but this is good for us." And he said that shit straight up, and I'm like, "Wait a minute."
it was.
It's gonna give it. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Let's go make some money. Hey, bro. Peace, love. I'm gonna get me some more beer, and I'll see you tomorrow, probably around 5-ish.
I'm gonna be there all day, so I'll be there when you get there, bro. Peace and
All
love,
right, bro.
Holla at you tomorrow.
Peace and love, bro. All right.
All right. You guys hear me? Do anybody hear me? Is there anybody out there who has compassion for others? Who cares if someone standing next to you lives or dies? Do you care enough to let them come into your VIP so they can breathe? Do you care enough to get out the way of the fucking ambulance during the concert so the people can get to the people who need help? If someone is dying next to you, are you going to continue to enjoy your concert? I don't know how I can enjoy a concert with somebody dying over here next to me. I don't know how anyone can enjoy a concert while there's someone next to them dying. And they're still yelling and screaming and singing along with the song. Somebody over there is literally getting their chest pumped like they're dead. And you're enjoying the show. I spend my money, shit. I'm going to enjoy the show. This is what's wrong with us, bro. This is what's wrong with the world. And I don't know. This show really crystallized something because I've been thinking about this for a while. How mean and ugly everybody is to each other. What is it? It's like a spirit. It's like an energy. It's a vibe. It's a destruction. I don't know. It's a spell. It's a spell, bruh. It's a spell. All I care about is me and my family and making money. And that's it. That's it. Trying to have fun. That's all I care about. You know, I pay my money to go to the concert. I want to hear Travis Scott. That guy dying over there doesn't have nothing to do with me. How can you enjoy a show? How can you enjoy a show while somebody's dying next to you? You're supposed to be there having fun. I can't see how that would be fun. People are dying, getting smushed and shit. I don't like crowds anyway, but that's beside the point. I wouldn't have been in that crowd because I don't fuck with crowds. They scare the shit out of me. I've talked about it before. But like, what the hell, bro? Like, come on, y'all. That, like the guy said in the video, that shit is fucking demonic. It's evil. You know, he was blaming Travis Scott or whatever. I can't blame Travis Scott necessarily. I mean, if I was doing this show, I would have, and I know somebody was dying in the audience. Hey, y'all, somebody died in the audience or whatever. The show is over. Peace and love. Hey, we'll give y'all a refund or some shit. That's what I would have said. No way in hell I would have kept the show going knowing there's people dying in my audience. These are my fans. So that's what he meant by them sacrificing them. You know, so, you know. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is the people in the crowd, those are the people who killed the other people by smushing them, by trampling them, and by not giving a fuck enough to give them space to fucking breathe. Is this who we are? Is this who we are? Is this what it is forever? Can we be better than this? Are we better than this? Do we even have capability of being better? Or is this the best it gets? Look at the background in the video. I mean, my blue screen. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Humans, you know, we built that. We made that. We did that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You know? But it's like looking at the forest versus the trees, right? The macro versus the micro. Like looking at it like that, it's pretty beautiful. It's pretty beautiful. I like this picture. I don't know what city this is. You guys out there could tell me. What is this? I'm trying to guess. Is that the Twin Towers there? Chrysler Building? I don't know what city this is. But anyways, we're looking at the macro versus the micro. So, but I bet if we got closer to these buildings, I bet you they smell like piss. I bet you there's homeless people hanging around, nowhere to go, hungry, no food. They live in this beautiful city with all this space. Guess what? At night, all these buildings be empty. They put the lights on in certain rooms or whatever. That's how they do it for the skyline or whatever. But those buildings are mostly empty at night. There's nobody in there. But you got all these homeless people right outside of the building who freezing to death. They don't have no shelter. Nobody cares. They did something wrong. Go get a job, you bum. Are you willing to hire the bum? Where's the bum gonna get his job from? Are you gonna hire him? You got a business? You gonna hire the bum? Get a job, bum. How do you get a job when you don't have an address, phone number? How do you get a job when you don't have clothes for the interview? I'm sorry, y'all. I really feel hopeless right now. Like, even talking to Curtis right now, he wasn't hearing me. I was talking to Pat earlier, he wasn't hearing me. And I think that, you know, when I'm talking, nobody hears me. This is another reason why I don't talk. That's why I don't talk to people. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of breath. You know, so that's why I do this show. Hopefully I can find somebody that can hear. Because right now I feel like, you know, what I'm saying is gone on deaf ears. I know Curtis didn't hear what I was saying. And he didn't hear what that dude was saying in the video either. And it's the perfect example of everybody, you know. It's a perfect example of our society as a whole. I'm talking about the majority. There's few. There's some out there. I'm here. I'm talking about the majority. They just don't care enough to even listen. They don't care enough to even listen when people talk. Like most people just wait for the pause in the other person talking so they can say their thought or whatever, or say their piece, or say what they wanted to say, to not be rude. But they didn't hear nothing you said. They was just waiting for the pause, the break into the break, the pause in your, you know, fluctuation of what you're saying, so they could jump in there and say what they wanted to say. They didn't hear a word you said. And then they say their piece, and then you start talking again and again. They're not hearing you at all. They're waiting for the break so they can jump in and say something else. Individuality, you know, it's all about me and that's it. Well, I got a message for y'all. A prophecy, if you will. Humans, if we continue down this road, we won't exist no more. Even though we built that. You see that? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But it's a facade. It's gilded. I want to say it's fake. I mean, but it's real, but it's the beauty is fake. Like I say, that's why you guys need to study history. People feel like the dinosaurs didn't even. I saw a meme that said, I'm convinced that the T-Rex was a big chicken. Who's to say it wasn't? I think it was too. Animals do go extinct. And not only that, they changed their position in the world. You know, at the time of the dinosaurs, they dominated the planet. You know, it was probably a bunch of big ass birds with feathers and all running around. Imagine a fucking 2-story chicken, a 2-story rooster. If you guys ever dealt with a rooster before, imagine if that rooster was as big as, you know, a 2-story building, 3-story building. How you gonna deal with that rooster? You think you can handle that rooster? You gonna run and hide is what you're gonna do. You can't handle that. You ain't got nothing for it. Your guns even. If there was, let's say, hundreds of thousands of big ass roosters around the world, all our bombs, all our guns, even the fucking atomic bombs and shit. I say all this not for me. I say all of this for like my daughter, for your daughter, your son, your grandson, and your granddaughter. You could say we're at the top rung now. We continue to behave like this, we won't. Y'all think I'm crazy? The United States can become no longer a country. It's a young country. It can completely go away. Humanity can go extinct or become like a lower level animal, and something else will be dominating the planet, and we'll be scurrying and running and hiding from the big ass roosters that's running around. I'm done, y'all. I'm so fucking like, I feel, I don't want to say hopeless. I'm about to shed a tear. Please, please, you guys, have compassion for one another. Because if you don't, you won't even exist no more. All y'all thinking about as an individual, okay. Imagine if everybody else on the planet, you know, disappeared and it was just you. How would your life be? You think you would be happy? Where would you work? What would be the point in working? Where would you get your food? Nobody working in the grocery stores. Nobody driving the trucks. Nobody delivering shit. Where you get your clothes? You know how to make clothes? Do you know how to make shoes? You know how to grow food? Do you know how to build shit? How about a phone? Can you make a phone? Can you build a satellite and place it in the orbit so you can have Wi-Fi? What would be the point in Wi-Fi if there's no other people? I'm so exhausted. I'm gonna wrap it, y'all. I'll play a couple of songs. I'm shedding a tear for humanity, bro. I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge of having faith in humanity and losing faith in humanity. Some days I wake up and I'm like, humans are naturally good, and we will make it into the future. You know, humans have compassion. And some days I wake up, we're all just a bunch of demons in hell, and our time is coming to an end. I don't want to believe that. Not only do I not want to believe that, I want to make it not true. I want to do everything I can do so that it's not true. I want to show the good side of humanity. I want us to be our higher selves instead of our lower. The Travis Scott concert is an example of the lower self, our lower humanity. You know, we can be so much better. But if all you care about is making money, all you care about is yourself and your immediate family, we're not gonna make it. So we have to make it as a group. We have to make it as a culture. We have to make it as a species. You can't do this by yourself. You can't build airplanes. You know how to make bullets? You ever made a gun before? Somebody does all that for you. Another person does that. If it wasn't for that person knowing how to do that and making that thing for you, then you wouldn't have that thing. We can't make it alone. We need each other. I'm going to end it at that. Be better, y'all. Do better. I love y'all. I don't know what to say. Peace and love, y'all. Have a good night.
Yes, I am drinking. Recording this shit. This damn green man, it's got me sitting sideways. This damn lean man, it's got me sitting sideways. I'm on the scene, man, I'm sitting sideways. You don't feel like me, that's why you looking at me. I'm riding clean and I'm flying down the freeway. Nowhere to be, so I'm taking me a free day. Defensive driving, better listen to what he say. I'm higher than a child on the first day of pre-K. Drive slow, I ain't tripping on the delay. The cup I'm sipping on is giving dumb leeway. Anyway, the optimal action spilling on my khakis instead of the ashtray. Brush it off and keep it moving on. Shift my attention to what else I could be doing wrong. Sure, someone on my phone I could be screwing on. So you alone? Bring your whole crew along. Sit around the table playing beer pong. She drunk, she bending over and she got a clear phone. I'm looking from the back, man, I got an ass on. Wake up on my back, where the grass come from? This damn green man, it's got me sitting sideways. This damn lean man, it's got me sitting sideways. I'm on the scene and you know I'm sitting sideways. You don't feel like me, that's why you looking at me sideways. This damn green man, it's got me sitting sideways. This damn lean man, it's got me sitting sideways. I'm on the scene, man, I'm sitting sideways. You don't feel like me, that's why you looking at me sideways. I'm the king and we gon' do the things my way. I wanna see you in skinny jeans on Friday. When I'm leaning to the left, you better be leaning in the right way. I'm cleaning
is in a washing machine. If you hyperallergenic, get your antihistamine. You're like a tightwad caught in between a foot of latrine and a pistol with some fiend. Gotta get the cream is on top. KCE, we the team that won't stop. They calling me the dean cause I teach them what's hot. Thought you were the new thing, we can see that you're not. We have to get mean cause we're taking your spot. We wanna get a ring, sit in championship box. Call up your queens and tell them get clocked. When they see the muscle is supreme, your boys gon' kick rock. This damn green man got me sitting sideways. This damn lean man got me sitting sideways. I'm on the scene and you know I'm sitting sideways. You don't feel like me, that's why you looking at me sideways. This damn green man got me sitting sideways. This damn lean man got me sitting sideways. I'm on the scene and you know I'm sitting sideways. You don't feel like me, that's why you looking at me sideways. We thought you were the new thing, but we can see that you're not. Yo, we thought you were the new thing, but we can see that you're not. If you got your own and you clean, drop it like it's hot. If you got your own and you clean, drop it like it's hot. Everybody say wow. How you gon' jock my side? Say wow. How you gon' jock my side? Say wow. How you gon' jock my side? Say wow. How you gon' jock my style?